Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Before you do anything, guys, hit that like button, subscribe and share if you are new. As I say, guys, I'm on the road to 1K. Thank you to those people in the last couple of days that have subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate it. And big up to everybody. And listen, guys, the Premier League is here. We're here. Premier League weekend has come and gone. Looking forward to the second game week 2, but we're going to be talking about game week 1. We're going to be talking about game week 1 and the basically see how the teams got on, all the fallouts and those that have big smiles on their faces and that. Some might say that certain people were lucky to win that game, but listen, we've got a lot to talk about. So people, hit that like button, subscribe and share if you are new. And I'm going to stop waffling and talking and get on Mr. Big D, if I can find him, because I've got so many tabs open. Let's get Mr. Big D on first. And Mr. Kofi Slot. There we go. There we go. What are you saying, bro? Hold on. Let me just have this bit of cake.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, what's going on, D? What's going on, Nose?
Yeah, everything good? Everybody good?
Yeah, well.
Good weekend for some?
Yeah, good week. Well, I had a good weekend on Saturday.
I
had an excellent weekend on Saturday, and Sunday was a little bit hit and miss, innit? But that's how it is, man. It's football.
It's football.
I'm not gonna let a game of football define my weekend, because overall it was a very good weekend. So yeah.
Well, you might end up. It might end up if you keep the nacho.
Well, he said he's willing to. Anyway, we'll get into that now. We'll get into that.
But look,
we'll get into that.
Let me start with you, Big D. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, Noms. I'm good. Yeah, man. Like I say, I had a good weekend. A retirement party for my good friend Tracy, and that was in Coventry, and then we were in Leicester for my niece's. She's traveling away for work for a while, so she's going to be in Singapore for 6 months. Nice. So we gave her.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. With the law firm, super proud of her. So big out, Sean. I know you're not watching this, but I'm shouting you out anyway. And yeah, enjoy your journey. Enjoy your journey. Yeah. A beautiful journey.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah. Well, Arsenal will be enjoying their journey as well. You know what I mean? We're on this journey. Are we ever going to get to that destination? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, man. Big up to Junior, man. Big up.
Yes, Junior. Big up yourself, bro.
Hope you're keeping well. Long time no speak, but we will speak soon. Don't worry about that, my friend. And Mr. Kofi Slot, we come to you. How are you doing?
Yeah, all good here. All good in Norfolk.
Norwich.
Them styles, you know.
Yeah.
How did Norwich get on at the weekend? Big up, Jason. What you saying, man? Big up
to you, bro. I think they won.
Come on, Cole. You can't let your missus not know that what score. You don't know the score line. Come on. No.
I'm still adapting. Still adapting to Norwich life.
Yeah, listen. Well, listen. That's it. That's your second team now, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see Liverpool come and play in the EFL Cup down.
Well, yeah. You never know if there's a draw there. You know, you can go there. You're gonna be what's the word I'm looking for? Split. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If the missus has got a baseball bat behind her head, that could be trouble for you, bro. That could be trouble for you. That could be trouble.
I've been to some games and had to be a bit quiet, like the Arsenal.
Yeah. We know about that. You're really a secret Arsenal supporter, you know that.
No, I'm not.
You come to games with me, man. You I mean, you or you just a support of good football? Is that what it is? You just support.
I love good football.
And you like watching Arsenal back in the day. That Arsenal,
not really. It was quiet, very quiet.
No, that Arsenal back in the day was better than the Arsenal that you're watching now in terms of the football, the around football that we're playing.
I don't know about that.
What you're telling me that Wenger ball was not better than Arteta ball?
No, Wenger was better.
I mean, you got to talk about the Wenger when Henry was there, not the Wenger when
guys left. Listen, everybody wants to talk about Wenger in his worst season. He was better than Arteta. He still won 3 trophies, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but then it was a little bit of a decline with Wenger when
but even in his worst declining, he still won trophies, Cole. and he was still playing good football. Look at the football that Arsenal are playing. We'll get into that. Come on, man. Right? Listen,
it's up for debate. It's up for debate.
Fair play. Listen, we will get into that. Big up AFC, man. Normski, Big D, Kofi, big up. Just came.
Yeah, man, big up.
It hit the like button. 2 hours in front. Okay, in Cyprus, enjoying yourself. It's a
nice one.
Whoa, bro. Make sure you get plenty of fluid, sun cream, and all of that, man. You know what I mean? And I hope you're enjoying your holidays. I did see your message right at the end, AFC. So apologies, but let me say, let's maybe backtrack and say last week, guys. Yeah, man. AFC, enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your holiday, bro. Enjoy your holiday, bro. You know what I mean? We need it. We need to enjoy it away from this Arsenal. That's what I've got to say, bro. You know what I mean? But look, guys, we have got a lot to talk about. The Premier League weekend is back, and some interesting games over the weekend. So just to let everybody know what we're going to be talking about. You've seen the menu, guys. We're going to be talking about Prem, the review of the weekend player ratings. We're not going to go into every single player rating, but just, see how your team done, your team, respective teams do, and everything else. Might look at a couple of other teams that had some dodgy moments, like Everton against Leeds. West Ham getting buttered up by Sunderland.
That was crazy.
So, that was crazy, bro. Potter. He could be in problems. Potter could be in problems, mate. That's all I've got to say. Ref watch. I'm sure there's going to be certain things that we're going to be talking about. I'm sure Big D might say that the penalty, Cunha, Saliba.
2 penalties, mate.
I'm going to say it was a penalty. So, yeah. See, Arsenal,
2 penalties,
I don't complain about penalties. It was a penalty, stonewall penalty, and we will look at the ref watch. The Bournemouth game. Where clearly one of the guys handballed it and the referee didn't do nothing, stopping a goal opportunity, and he stopped that. He should have been sent off for that, but he didn't get. They missed it for some reason. Looked at it, but said it wasn't deemed as a sending off offence. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And then we're going to look at Arsenal stink their way to a win at Old Trafford. This is not sustainable. This is absolutely not sustainable, guys. It's not sustainable. And Man U are not boring anymore, according to Ruben Amorim. Can they sneak into Europe this year? Big D, can they do it? That's the question. And lastly, 5, what's going on prediction result game week 1? We're going to be looking at the table. We've started up our prediction league table. Plus, Big D is going to be doing the fantasy, what's going on fantasy Prem shout out weekly. So we'll do that towards the end of the show. So we'll be looking at how we did in our predictions for game week 1. And this will continue for the whole of this season up till game week 38. Jason, or JP, as he's known, lost last year. He came last. He has to do a forfeit. We haven't forgotten that. Hopefully, his team Man U, because he seems to only go for Man U. Same for Ez as well. He only goes for Chelsea. So, you know what I mean? But Ed's done well last season, whereas the season before, he came last, but this season, I think he's feeling a little bit confident about his team. And so he should be. You know what I mean? We did ask him, or at the time, Yasser last week, do you think that Chelsea have a chance of, challenging for the title? They done well in pre-season, won a World Cup, they're World Cup champions. But listen, they didn't really have a great game on at the weekend, drawing with Crystal Palace. Eze goal being disallowed. Again, I can't believe that. I don't know what was going on with that. They're relying on Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, take Cole Palmer out of the game, then some people are saying that Chelsea just look ordinary. I don't know how true that is, but listen, we're here to talk about it. Chat is here to talk about it. Come on, chat. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Big up to Just Talk, Black Show, Big D. Just saying a big shout out to you. That's
man. Big up.
Mr. Lingard, DJ Purpose, as we know him as.
DJ Purpose.
Funny enough, we will be. Some of us will be going on a panel in a couple of weeks' times on his show to do a panel show, and so looking forward to that. Myself, Big D, Leon, and Kofi. Would you up for it?
Yeah. I said up.
Okay, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So there'd be 4 of us. So that's going to be on the 18th of September, guys. Just Talk Black Show, talking about black men and the problems that we face in life. So look forward to that, brother. Big up, big up,
Yeah,
big
man.
up.
For sure.
Waha, what you saying, brother? Big up to you. Listen, you are the man. Is Waha Man United? Is he Waha? Is he Liverpool or Man United? I can't remember.
I think he's Man U, you know, Norms.
Yeah, you are Man U. Waha is Man U because
Yeah,
he was
he's Man
cussing.
U.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I'm sure
He
he's
was
Man U.
deep
Yeah, I'm
because he
sure
was
he is,
cussing.
yeah.
Yeah, he was cussing off Nana, cussing off all your players.
Yeah,
Certain guys that
I
you
think he's
rate it,
Man
and he
U.
didn't rate it. Waha, listen, mate. We stunk our way. We stunk our way in that game, mate. And we will talk about United. You're United. You're United. And big up JP. Enjoying himself.
Big up JP.
He's from Florida. All the way in Florida. He's enjoying that Florida sun. Boy, he looks like it's hot out there, man. Bring on the forfeit. Don't worry. Listen, guys. Listen, I don't know what it is. He's had to suffer on screen. This man will have to suffer on screen in front of the public. We need to find a forfeit. Last time, Ez, he ate the hottest peppers. Yeah, but we got to find something. We got to find something. Waha is saying Stanky Amarim set up for a loss. Interesting. Big D might want to maybe agree or disagree. I don't know, but according to Waha, playing a 3-4-3, that's what you play. That's your system. But you had us in problems, mate. You gave us problems.
I think maybe Waha may be alluding to team selection because that's what I want to talk about.
Just a quick note just popped up on Sky on my Sky feed. Apparently, Spurs are willing to include Carlson in the Eberici Eze deal.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, that's just
after the game he had at the weekend.
Well, this is what it is.
Wow, that's cheeky.
It's just popped up on Sky Sports. Let me just quickly have a read whilst it's live. Why not deal with it, man? What is it?
That's well cheeky. Yeah, Richard Allison played very well at the weekend.
But you know what? I think he could be a problem for Frank, because of his attitude sometimes.
Well,
he's a character.
Let me just quickly read it. He goes, Spurs consider Richarlison in Eze deal as club plot with some move. All right. Oh, okay. Let's get this right there. So Tottenham Spurs are looking to include Richarlison in a potential deal to sign Crystal Palace Eberici Eze. That would in turn free up striker space to try and sign. They're looking at trying to sign Young Wissa from Brentford, and now Young Wissa, he's being thrown his toys at the pram. Not very happy about that. I'm going to just kind of get your perspective on it, both of you guys. Young Wissa, obviously Isak with a high profile, stuff going on with Newcastle. But listen, I heard that Wissa was back training with the team, but he wiped all his anything to do with Brentford for his Insta.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The thing is, he's I think the price is not good. He's either 29 or going to be 29. 1 year left on the contract.
He's 28.
Yeah, he's 19
goals.
Chile. Yeah. So the window is, as we know now, this is the tail end of the window. So this is how I see it. If he was that important to clubs, this is Wizard. I'm not knocking Wizard. I don't know him. He would have been going early doors, guys. And because other teams now haven't got certain deals done now they expect Brentford to just roll over. Brentford don't have to sell him. I don't think they have to sell him.
They're completely. They've been completely depleted. In terms of their players.
Manager. Lost their manager and their key players.
Manager, the Norgard. You know what I mean? Obviously, Mbemo now. At Man United. Yes, the keeper as well. So yes, there's a lot of happening.
Flecken's gone.
Yeah, and they could be flirting with relegation. You know what I'm saying? So even though I think they did, if my memory serves me right, did they end up getting a draw? Did Brentford end up drawing the weekend? Yeah. Did they end up drawing? Or did they? No, did they play Nottingham Forest?
They played Forest, didn't they?
Sorry, no, they lost. Sorry, tell it.
Yeah, they lost.
They lost 3-1, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3-1. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, the problem is keeping the disruptive player. It's not going to bode well for the team in the season. So,
well, listen, Chile. I know Chile wasn't really a fan of R9. Richarlison, I wouldn't say R9.
He said I'd keep him. He said I'd keep him.
I know, but I'm saying we shouldn't call him R9. He's not R9. He's just
no. I don't know why Chile doing that. He knows who the real R9 is. He used to play for my Brazil team. Not Let's stop doing that, Chili, please. Let's stop doing that, bro.
Yes. Yeah, stop doing that, Chili. Stop it.
Let's
now.
call
Stop
him Richard.
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 Richard 9, yeah? Ricky.
Richard 9.
Call him Ricky. Yeah.
Ricky 9.
But Chili is saying that he would keep him. He would keep him now. Because listen, not gonna lie, what a goal he scored, set up from Kudus. Did you see that volley he hit?
Yeah.
I mean, Burnley, they just fell into their hands. Oh, you know what I'm going to say this, guys. What I like about Thomas Frank is that he can change it up. Because when he went up against PSG, obviously they bottled it in the end, but the way that he set up, he set up more defensive, so that he just, so he went. I think he went with I was watching JB Carroll, and he was talking about it as well, and I think he went with a 3-4-3. Right, but more sort of 5 sort of at the back kind of thing when they haven't got the ball. Whereas when they played Brentford, they went 4-3-3. More attack, sort of Brentford and Burnley, more attacking, close them down and stuff like that. So he knows how to change it up. And that's what I like about Thomas Frank. Whereas our manager just keeps going with 4-3-3, 4-3-3, 4-3-3. Doesn't change.
Same as our manager.
It's very predictable, and we'll come on to that as earlier on said that setting up that way, he set us up to lose. That's what but the goalkeeper didn't help. I'm not gonna lie, the goalkeeper did not help in that. What I was saying, and to put my God, Agate on when chasing the game instead of Maino, that was criminal. That's one
the whole thing.
JP says, I didn't like the team at the start, but the team played well, and I don't think that the loss as the game. It was a standard terrible goalkeeping issue. Right there. As I said, we stunk our way. We stunk our way through in that game. Absolutely stunk our way through in that game. Let me just finish reading some of the other chats. This one here from Raha again says, the way Richarlison played there, 2 competitive games this season, Frank would be mad to let him go. He seems to be getting his head down, Kofi. I know you're saying he has had issues and stuff like that, but he seems to be getting his head down. Agree with Waha. Gatti is terrible, clearly playing with zero confidence. I don't know what he was doing. Don't know what he's doing. At JP, he picked the keeper trying to make a point. If he wasn't going to play Onana, at least give your choice of keeper a run of games in pre-season. And Heaton played more in pre-season, which is a bit strange. These managers do some strange things. They lost to Forest. Yeah, they've got that. Remember that. Waha, the issue is Eaton is terrible as well. And from Chile, he's as much R9 as your tank Glock. Get out of here, back tank. Don't worry, my man will cook. Don't you wait. You're just jealous because you wish you had him, brother. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But listen, let's just quickly go into your game, Kofi. First game of the season, first kicked off. Liverpool winning that game 4-2. Did they make hard work of it, Kofi? Being 2-0 out your fault. Yeah,
it was a frantic game. I mean, Brentford, they look troublesome. And before when I predicted, I thought it's probably not going to be an easy game. And they didn't make it easy at all. Semester was running that line and giving problems. And it was, I mean, Kirkes, he looked very tenacious, but he was just causing himself problems. Like, he could have been sent off if Klopp didn't look at it and take him off. So, but you know what? It was an emotional game, and emotions were high for everyone, to be honest. So, I felt that
with the Jota situation. I mean, it was really nice gesture of Salah when he scored his goal.
Mm-hmm.
Did think was really quite tearful and everything, but a lovely gesture, and even the gesture before the game. That the silence, and just remembering him. You know what I mean? A very emotional game. But Slot did say, I did mention it last week, that the thing about Liverpool is that they can score lots of goals, but they leak goals as well. And it was far too easy for Semenyo to get through and score those 2 goals. Konate, talk to me about Konate. Talk to me about Konate.
Look, I mean, I don't know whether it's transfers on his mind, but he just seems to do the same dozy stuff. Did you see the criminal passes he was making back? He got Alisson into a little bit of bother. And, I just think that if he's going to be wanting more money, you got to play better than that. You really got to play. You got to have your head switched on. And he just wasn't there in the game. I mean,
yeah. I don't know what because he was backing up, but I was thinking, what's he doing? He wasn't even trying to even commit to him. Do you know what I'm saying? He was just literally backing up.
Did you see
and
the
then
space?
That's what I'm saying. And just fell over. Do you know what I mean? It was
Kofi, are you happy with your squad depth if he does go?
No, of course not. I mean, we'll be in trouble.
What's the situation with Citeh from Crystal? But I know he's playing in the is it tonight? Is it tonight they're playing or tomorrow in the conference? League? They're meant to be playing.
They've got a
is it a
qualifier?
Yeah,
qualifier thing, isn't there? Yeah.
So my issue is that
both of them are playing. That both of them destined to obviously go to other clubs, but Thingy said he's going to play tonight.
I think because the Spanish transfer window is still open until I think end of September, isn't it?
I think so, guys. If you know, please let me know. Because
I don't. With that, I think that Canate may be talking to Madrid, but then the problem is that Gay is there's still a little bit.
How long has he got his contract, Canate?
I mean, he's got just under 2 years. So from next year, yeah.
So does he want to run his contract down, or what?
Well, he has been saying that. I think in social media he has been saying, but we don't know if that's true. But then the problem is Liverpool offering about 150k.
Right. Okay. Right.
And
he's looking at the Van Dijk money, isn't he? He's looking at the Van Dijk money and saying,
he's that's
at
what
least
I'm
draw
saying.
me to 200, isn't it?
He's probably looking about 250 at least. And Liverpool are not close. But then his performances and
that's what I'm saying. We look at Real Madrid, look at him, what they say. When they take this guy,
his injuries as well. So I don't know whether it's going to be a good move if he does want to go. I think for him, he needs to be looking to have probably an injury-free season and then say, okay, my performances are going to be up there alongside, some of the best centre-backs in the world. So,
but if you get Mark Gahey, does he go down the pecking order then?
I don't think he'll go down the pecking order, but then the problem with Gahey is that he wants to be representing for the country in the World Cup. So
he wants game time, innit?
Yeah, will he get that game time? I'm sure Slot will look at it and say, in some games, especially in the Premier League, especially if we're competing on all fronts, he will have to start because when we start getting into the Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday game movement, it's going to be difficult for everybody to be starting. The games. So, but then Liverpool are not. We're trying to increase how much we pay for Gay with the add-ons. I don't think the main price is going to change. I think it's the add-ons.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we get there, we get there. If we don't, then we're going to be short. But
okay.
Priority is that we got to get another centre back in.
That's what I was. Because I was going to say because look, I think it was I can't remember which pundit was saying that if Liverpool, play like that, they might not be able to defend their title. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was far too open. But look, the thing about it is your firepower, though.
Firepower is there.
You bring on your forgotten man in Federico Chiesa, and what a goal! Set up the goal. I think it was Florian Wirtz. What's your assessment of Florian Wirtz so far? Because he's been a little bit. I think he got subbed off.
Yeah,
he got told, didn't he?
You got to give him a bit of leeway. I mean, his first game of the season, he's still feeling his way into the team, and everybody probably expects him to hit the ground running, but it's a different league. Like he was running things in Bundesliga, but Prem bang's different. And players are going to tackle you hard. I'm just fearing for him for our next game against Newcastle because the way things are, they're going to be all in tackles. They're going to be all in our faces. And to be honest, I don't want any injuries right now. I don't want any injuries to key players, and the way this Isak situation, it's just mucky, and it's just going to get really hot.
Would you still take him, Kofi? Would you still take Isak after all this mess?
I would take him, but it's just a big mess. I can't stand big messes because it's not gonna bode well for Liverpool through the season, and it's gonna take a lot of it's just gonna take a lot of time for Isak to really mold himself to be a Liverpool player as well.
Yeah, because obviously he's had no pre-season with you guys, so for him to come in and hit the ground running with all the drama, they were saying that he'd moved out of his property in Newcastle and all sorts, because obviously he couldn't stay there because them fans are going to come for him. Not being funny, but to my understanding, his agreement was with the female lady that left Newcastle. I think she's Russian or Eastern European. I can't remember. So apparently his agreement was with her, but she ain't there anymore. And if his agent
wasn't it Amanda?
Amanda. I'm not sure she's there now.
No, she's English, isn't she? She's English.
Is she English?
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, allegedly the agreement was with her, but then the players have got to realise that the agent's got to sit down and forget about the handshake and the talk behind closed doors. Put it in writing. You both sign it, or when you renew your contract, you put that clause in that if a club offers a certain amount of money for me and I want to go, that we entertain a conversation at least. And the players are not doing it. They're saying, well, we had a conversation. The club know where I stand. I told them I wanted to go this summer. It doesn't mean that you can just go. At the end of the day, he's still got 3 years on his contract, right, Norm? Right, so you got 3 years left. Yeah, 3 years left on your contract. And you're refusing to come to work.
It's a messy situation.
He's getting fined a week's wages every day. Every day he don't show up, Norm.
Yeah, Ben Jacobs, posted, I think it was yesterday, the day before. He says breaking, Alexander Isak speaks for the first time this summer, accuses Newcastle of broken promises. So you can see that it's absolutely broken down between them. You know what I mean? The relationship is absolutely broken down. He says leaving is in the best interest for everyone. So he's saying, look, I have to go. I can't stay at this club. I don't intend to play. He's really come out and said he doesn't intend to play. They've been obviously talking to Eddie Howe about it, and he's just having to try and bat it off, you know what I mean, and just say the media, unsuited media style way, do you know what I mean? He said, I've kept quiet for a long time while others have spoken. That silence has allowed people to push their own versions of events, even though they don't know it doesn't reflect what was really said and agreed behind closed doors. The reality is that promises were made, and as you said, Dee, when you brought that up about the Amanda lady, were made, and the club has known my position for a long time. To now act as if these issues are only emerging is misleading. When promises are broken and trust is lost, the relationships can't continue. That's where things are for me right now, and why change is necessary. I think that was the last part of it.
Right. This is what I would say, right? This is what I think Isak may have a point, guys, right? Because if you look at the business Newcastle were trying to do, like 3 of them were strikers, which tells me that they knew he was going to go and they were going to let him go. But all 3 of them strikers turned them down. That Delap, Sesko, and obviously the drama now with Wizard. So they were trying to replace him. That means they knew he was going. Now because no strikers come in, they're making out now, oh no, he's being out of order. We the club make a stand by this. But they were trying to replace him because they knew they're giving him the nod to look elsewhere. So it's indigenous from them in terms of, you were trying to do business with strikers, not more than one, but you know he was going. So Liverpool, Kofi, drop the 120 and see. That's what I do at Liverpool, right? Here's the bid, official bid, 120 million. And that might be 110, 10 million in add-ons, or 105 and 15 million.
But they've done that, haven't they?
Achievable add-ons.
Sorry, big up everyone. Sorry,
big up, Ez.
They've offered 120 already. They've offered that.
Yeah, I mean that's
Well,
including,
officially,
that's
officially.
including
Yeah,
add-ons.
that was official bids.
That's
That was official
including
bids.
add-ons.
Fair enough,
But
fair
then
enough.
the thing is, Liverpool have probably said that we're going to pay some now, so you can get a striker in, and then some later on. But I don't think Newcastle want that. I think they want majority up front.
Yeah, but no one's doing that, Kof.
I know.
Like, there's no club in the world that's going to drop them 80 million up front. No club in the world's doing that now. That's not how business is done in the football world. Newcastle don't want to do business like that, even though they've got the money.
Yeah.
If they want a striker, they're not going to pay 3/4 of the fee up front and 2 installments. They're not going to do it. So to expect Liverpool to do it, even if Liverpool said, right, we'll drop you 50 and the rest is done over 3 years of whatever the contract they're offering him. Do the business, man, because even if he comes back.
But D, I hear what you're saying about doing the business, but the problem is Newcastle have to protect themselves as well because they're still trying to sort out and get a striker. They've lost Callum Wilson. You know, look how many players they've lost out on already. So they've got to be cautious in what they're doing. It's you know, going into this, who would have thought that Newcastle, with the money that they've got, would be missing out on so many people. And Sesko, they missed out on Sesko. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I think Liam Delap as well. They went to Chelsea.
Yeah,
I think they were looking at Liam Delap as well.
Yeah, and they will obviously they want Wissa. Now there's talk about possibly Wissa. If they do a swap, Richarlison does a swap deal. With who did I say? Yeah, Richarlison does a swap deal with Crystal Palace. Then they're gonna after that go after Wissa as well.
Yeah, but then even with the Wizard thing,
Newcastle is sort of like, you know what I mean.
Even with the Wizard thing, though, like they're trying to value him at 35 million. Yeah. And Brentford are saying, no, if we're going to be this late in the season, he's costing you 50. And then you can't blame Brentford either for digging their heels in to say, well, we're not just going to give him for 35 when we got to replace him. And Brentford are looking at it like potentially we could get relegated here because we're clearing out all our stars and we've lost our manager. So for me, with Brentford, you got to look at that and say, Brentford have a point. With the Wizard stance. So just how people are saying Newcastle have a point with the stance against Liverpool, maybe Liverpool would have to break the bank and say, here you go, guys. Here's 150 million. We're going to drop you 60 up front and we'll figure the rest out in 4 years of installment. We'll give Isaac a 5-year contract. And for the first 4 years, we'll pay you whatever, 22 million a season in installments. Until we hit the I say 150. There's going to be maybe 15 million that will be achievable or unachievable add-ons. You know what I mean? Ballon d'Or clause, all the rest of it. So everyone could do business if they wanted to, but I think for Newcastle, that's a pride thing because Newcastle believe they are as big as Chelsea, as big as Man City, as big as Liverpool, as big as United. When the truth is, they're not. Because if you look at it, and no disrespect to Newcastle and the city and the fan base, but 9 out of 10 times a player doesn't say to his agent, get me that deal to Newcastle United. They just don't. It's Madrid, it's Barcelona, it's Chelsea, it's Liverpool, it's United. Yeah. United not even in Champions League. You know what I'm saying? Because you see the deals that we just done, then 3 strikers. How do we do that deal not being in Champions League, but we still did it? Newcastle are not bringing in 3 players like that, not being in Champions League. They can't even bring in a player now, being in Champions League.
True.
And that's where there's a bit of delusionalness, guys, where they think they're bigger than... There's a food chain when it comes to the clubs. We all know this. They're not in that top 6 food chain, regardless of qualifying for Champions League. They're not. Not when it comes to transfers. Otherwise, they'd be doing them deals and Isaac would already be a Liverpool player. You know? It's... They're delusional. Right, and then the fan base behaves like that because when you've heard players talk about playing at Newcastle, they're saying, yeah, you literally live in a goldfish bowl. You can't sneeze in that city without a fan pulling out a tissue to wipe your nose for you. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, God, it's too intrusive. You know what I mean? That's what it is to play for them. But they're not as big as the big 6, unfortunately. Not yet.
It's gonna be absolutely toxic though. Between them guys, you know, when they do play it, and you know what I mean. I mean, what do you think is gonna happen eventually? Do you think he's gonna end up at Liverpool? Is he? I mean, there was that that he looks like. I heard rumors that he's going to stay. Just listening to other content creators and they're talking about it. The likelihood is that he might end up staying. But is he going to be reintegrated back into the first team, or is he just end up playing in the reserves, rotting the reserves, as they would say?
No, normally 3 years left on his contract. You can't have a man in reserves for 3 years. This is what I'm saying.
I'm not saying no. I'm not. Listen, we know he's not going to go play in the reserves
until
for 3 years.
January.
I'm just saying
until January.
Maybe just to punish him and say, listen, you're not bigger than the club. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And again, would Kofi take this player because you got a problem with with his own? Big up to Gavin, man. Big up to you, bruv. Big up.
Yes, Gavin. Big up yourself, my guy.
Yeah, Kofi. I mean, the way the guy is sort of going on. What we're saying.
The thing is, like, if he comes in right now, the way Ekitike is playing, will he just? I don't think he just slots in just like that. To be honest.
So he's not a guaranteed starter. That's interesting, bro.
I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time before he adjusts. So he's not going to just come in straight away.
So adjust to what, Cove?
No, I mean, listen.
He knows the Premier League, so you know what I mean. He knows the Premier League.
No, it's more about you want more about adjusting to the way Slot wants the team playing.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Because, like I say, you can't drop that kind of money and have him rotating. That's too much money for a man to rotate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then if you look at your current striker, Ekitike, he's looking at that saying, "We don't need him. I'm here. I just showed you at the weekend we don't need him." But then it's a long season, so you probably do need him. But then
yeah, definitely. I mean,
a player coming in thinking like I've just shown you that I'm the guy. And forget Isak, get someone to back me up. Where I don't think Isak is going there to back up Ekitike. I think it's the other way around. Well, on 150 million, if that's what the deal is, eventually he's not going there to come off the bench. You know what I mean? That'd be wild.
He will be the main striker,
right?
Eventually,
yeah.
But then you got to go with what we have at the moment and say, okay, Citeh is running the line and he's doing well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, listen, movement's good. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. That game, just assessing that game quickly before we move on to Chelsea's game. As I said, you're leaking goals, but you've got the firepower. You've got Gakpo. Do you know what I mean? Ekitike. You know what I mean? Florian Wirtz. Yes, he hasn't had the greatest start, to the Premier League, but do you know what I mean? He's something that's going to need to just sort of obviously get used to the pace of the Premier. But Ekitike seems like he just hit the ground running. Do you know what I mean? Salah was relatively quiet in that game, but you always knew if he gets one chance, mate, he's gonna bang, and literally that's what he did. And the game, you look at that game, if nobody in the UK saw that 4-2, you'd think, Liverpool were all over Bournemouth. No, they weren't. Bournemouth gave them a game. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bournemouth from the get-go, Bournemouth were in the game.
Yeah.
They really.
I watched the first half.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying to say. Yeah.
Before I went into the office, you know what I mean? And I was listening on the radio. So then, even when they scored and got back into it, I thought, okay, Liverpool dropping points here, and then bang bang 2 goals. I was like, you see, that's what champions do. You know what I mean? Foot on the neck. And you think, yeah, man, they're going to drop points. And then before you blink, they're 4-2 up. You're like, rah, okay. Because, by the time I went upstairs in the office to get my keys and my paperwork, I come down and I said, rah, 4-2. Get out of here. I was vexed. But that's what champions do, guys. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And he won PFA Player of the Year, Mr. Salah, yesterday.
Deserved.
Deserve, absolutely. Yeah. Big up to Rashid. Please go and subscribe to Rashid.
Yes, Rashid.
Arsenal Revolution TV. If somebody could put his link in the chat, I would absolutely appreciate that. Big up to you doing bits on your channel. So listen, look, at the end of the day, are you happy with your squad, Cove? Or do you think you need just maybe a couple more players just to kind of complete it?
Defensively, could need a couple more. But overall, I'm happy.
Okay. All right then. Well, listen, let's move on to the dark horses, Chelsea.
As you're quiet in the chat room.
He's very quiet, isn't he? He's very quiet. Man,
He was quiet in the chat.
Well, listen, he's a world champion, isn't he? So listen, world champions just sit back and look cool. You know what I mean? So listen, last week, Ez wasn't on the show because he couldn't make it. Yasser jumped in on his behalf, and we did speak about big up to Yasser as well. We did speak about Chelsea being a dark horses, Chelsea possibly being challenging and probably maybe winning this Premier League. You know what I mean? With what they've done, in the transfer window and in pre-season, it wasn't not much pre-season games, but your World Cup stuff and all of that. Looking good, looking balanced, looking fearful. And just Chelsea played at the Bridge. Chelsea nil, Crystal Palace nil.
Hold on, we're not laughing, are we? Hold on, let's hold on. Wait. Sorry. Order. Let me do a Normski. Order.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You got to respect Crystal Palace.
No. Exactly. If we look at Palace's last two games, they beat Man City in a final and they beat Liverpool.
Yeah, we got Bishop.
Big up to you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Their last two competitive games, they beat Man City in a final and they beaten Liverpool in a final, albeit on pens. Or you could say they drew Liverpool. To get a draw, we should be beating them. Simple. But to get a draw, Palace are not mugs. They're no joke. So we didn't look at all the Chelsea that won the Club World Cup that beat PSG. We didn't look like half the team were ready for this game. Leggy.
I was going to say to you, has the season come too quick for you after being away playing a tournament?
We played the final last month.
That's what I'm saying.
When you say it like that,
it feels too quick.
Yeah.
Like maybe the Chelsea game should have been Monday Night Football, maybe,
Yeah. But I'm not being reactionary because you got players that looked very leggy, and Mr. Waha. Yeah, I hear you. I'll take it.
Man, we forgot the
I'll take it. I wonder what team you support.
In the water glass.
I need to know what team you support because I'll be back.
He's a Man U fan.
He's a Man U fan.
There's no way Man United. No way Man United is talking to me. No way. No way. But I will say your attack does look dangerous. You lot are going to score goals. Score goals.
Yeah.
It's just whether you can keep them out. The other side. So
exactly.
You maybe you can say that because you don't look toothless. We do a little bit right now. But hey, one thing I will say quickly, Palmer, man.
Yeah. Do you agree with Paul Merson's assessment of it? Or I could be Paul Merson that said this, but might be wrong. But let me just read it so for everybody, because sometimes it's good to listen, rather than just watch it on the screen. So Chelsea were not good against Crystal Palace. The draw was worrying. If Cole Palmer isn't going to break a team down, I'm not sure who is for Chelsea. It goes on to say Palmer is now the talk of the town in teams talks up against Chelsea. Teams are trying to stop him because they think to stop him, stop Chelsea, stop Cole Palmer will be the message for West Ham on Friday. That's just how it is.
Yeah,
do you agree with
and I hope that people will try and do that because we've got the players that we have. Esteval, when he came on, he looked electric. We've got still got João Pedro, still got Delap to get his. I think we've got more players that can change games than people are thinking. So no problem. I'm here quiet.
Sorry. Yeah. Can I speak this one? Waha said just in response to the toothless forgot their dentures in the water. Waha then comes back and says, just so you see defend it. He says, I'm not the one laughing, just saying why it was Normski laughing. I think that was his reason. But then he did say this, which is maybe will probably help you out. But Garnacho will bring some teeth to Chelsea.
You know what? I've had enough. Bring me Garnacho. Man United hold the 30 mil.
What's going on with this Garnacho team?
It's the money, innit?
Just give me the 30 mil, man.
But this is the thing. I think with United, they're saying that if he's going to another Premier League team, a competitor, it can't be on the cheap again, just because of how we've overpaid for Chelsea players, i.e. Mason Mount.
Yeah.
So I think that's where United, they're saying they're going to stick to the 50 million valuation. Garnacho's saying he's willing to sit until January if it don't go through, which is wild. Sit where, bro? Where you sitting? In the stands? You know what I'm saying?
Look,
or sitting in the changing room at Carrington. I don't know where he's sitting.
But you can't tell a player that he will never play a match for this club again and then leverage price, because that leverage you had to negotiate goes the minute the people know you haven't just put this player up for sale. You've told him he's never going to kick a ball again for the club.
Yeah.
So all of that PR stuff about, you know, making Amorim look like he's the boss, which I guess that was the point of letting that leak. Yeah.
I never know who leaked that, because that happened in the changing room. Says
right. But that was the moment, D. You lose leverage, because you're right. I
totally agree.
So that's the thing. That's exactly where it's gone.
And sometimes it's like you're saving. Well, they're trying to save face by saying this kid's not going to get his own way. But the truth is, you told him he wasn't wanted. When you told him he wasn't wanted, whether he probably leaked it to his brother, and his brother leaked it. You know what I mean? It's not that hard. Garnacho doesn't have to go on social media and say, I was told in the changing rooms A, B, and C. He just has his brother. This man just came at me and told me I'm done out here and good luck finding another club. Now teams have come in for
that
him.
His brother's 16. Man.
His brother's what?
I've learned that his brother's 16. His brother's 16. How has a 16-year-old got so much?
His brother's 16.
Since when? Since when has a 16-year-old got so much clout? He's able to mash up a big organization. Nah, sir.
That's mad, isn't it?
No,
he's probably a hacker. He's probably hacking into Man United servers as we speak. You know what I mean? But this is the thing. This is the thing, right? I think I said to you guys 3 weeks ago. He cost us 500k. Came through the academy.
Yeah.
Just take the 30 million, and then the 30 million's got to be all up front. There's no installments here. If Chelsea say right, it's 35 million, that's got to be up front. There's no installments here, because if you want 50, then we settle, because that's what they feel like they're doing. Yeah. But the truth is, we haven't sold anybody. As you go and look at our books, there's no money coming this summer. Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Just get those bags out.
Yeah. So for me, I'm actually happy for him to go to Chelsea for 35 million.
No, and I guess
I think we're being ambitious.
I want to hear on what's going on podcast that I want him here. I want to see him in a Chelsea shirt, and I would judge him in a Chelsea shirt. I would judge him.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
So when you know, a lot of our fans don't want him. A lot of our fans don't want him because
I've heard. And I never even asked my boy Kev if he wants him. You know what I mean? But
I gotta be consistent, because I told Normski not to be mad at Madueke till he plays for Arsenal. I won't be mad at
and I'm mad.
Did you see that chance he missed?
Did you see his Debiton?
I saw.
Did you see that chance he missed?
It's not even about the chance he misses. What was he trying to do? How was he? Yeah. How was my man getting caught by Ahmed?
Yeah, he's a fish out of water. Twice. He got caught twice.
Don't worry, we'll come on to our game. Don't worry about that. We stunk at the joint in that game.
Bro. Yeah. So, but Norms, I have to keep the same energy. I told you don't be mad at him. Now you can judge him, and you are. Yeah. I won't be mad at Garnacho till I see what he does. Because look, I'll look silly if he scores a hat-trick on his first game.
Yeah, because I've been on cussing him, and then he comes on and does he does a worldie and whatever. But then you gotta have to judge him over, you know, consistency over at least 10 to 15 games before you can make any kind of real
exactly.
And I think he has to realize as well is that he's not coming to Chelsea to be a guaranteed starter. He's going to be a rotational player.
And is that something that he thinks, because he thinks that he should be a starter at Man U?
His ego's huge, and I think that's where the falling out has come in, because basically, remember, he questioned himself not starting in the final against Tottenham, and that's where the biggest blow up, I think, of the season with him and Ruben came to blows, because he, straight after that loss, he was straight in the press running his gums like, this man picked this guy over me. I'm going natural. What are you chatting about?
One thing though, Enzo Maresca has said that not he said, but it's Fabrizio said that he's in Maresca's plans. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But I think the one thing we have at Chelsea is you've had no noise out of our changing room for the last
For a long
3
while.
years. Yeah. And we've got a little bit of a structure now. Reece James seems to keep the guys down. You know, you've got people like Palmer, he's got a huge ego in terms of his performances talk for him. Then you've got one more in his countryman, who is our vice captain, Enzo Fernandez, who's the Argentine. So I think when it comes to Garnacho's ego, he might have to come down a few pegs when he sees that.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a bit of, I don't want to call it order, but there's certainly that level of I can't carry on a certain way and get away with it.
It is order. It is order. And every club has it. Yes, whether it's spoken or not spoken, every club has that. And under the Fergie days, you had your people like Gary Neville keeping order. That's why he was
exactly.
Yeah, he was a shop steward. Everything went back to Fergie. So whatever you didn't want Fergie to say,
they called him the little snitch. Some people.
Yeah, he was no. He was literally the foreman. He wasn't a captain. Well, he was eventually, but even when he wasn't a captain, he was still like what has just said, order. He's keeping order. And when players got out of hand, they pull him aside after training and say, "Listen, we do not do this at Chelsea. We do not do this at Man United."
Yeah.
And I think initially that will happen with Garnacho, where you got to snatch him and say, "Put your phone away. Tell your brother to chill. You play for Chelsea
Precisely.
now. You're not doing this foolishness."
Oh, you lost D and Norms. Oh, well, these internet kicked out for a sec. But just until Normski's back, Waha, I would take Garnacho for the record. I would take him, and I hope he does numbers. I hope Kofi, for my sake, because I'll be here crashing out if he doesn't.
I mean, your squad's big enough anyway, man. You got too many players. Too many.
I don't think we have too many. I think we Chelsea now have a deep depth that we genuinely can call upon. I think the players that we've signed, that we've spent close to 2 billion on, a lot of people are forgetting we've sold them. No, but we've sold a lot of them.
I know that, but it's just
we've sold them.
So it's like you just say constantly.
I mean, one day, Norms, when you're ready, I'll show you the spreadsheet. It will show you the balances. It makes sense. I've had to do my due diligence. I've had to do my due diligence.
Yeah, I know. I forgot.
You know what I mean? Because the agenda's there. Like Chelsea spent all this money, but we've also sold, and it's actually balanced out. Why do you think there's not players complaining that they're not playing? Because there isn't an imbalance. There's people coming in.
Quick question from Waha. This one's for you, Ez, from Waha. It says, question: do you think Esteval is ready?
Nah, he's not ready, but he's talented, super talented, more talented than most players are at 18. He's probably a few years ahead, probably playing closer to 21, 22-year-old player, but he's not ready. That's too big of a statement. I'm excited about him though. I'm excited about him. He looks sharp. He looks bright.
Big up Yasser, man. Big up Yasser.
Big up Yasser. I'm excited about him, Waha. He had big man Romario in the stadium to watch versus Palace, Brazilian legend. But he's the most exciting thing to come out of Brazil since Neymar. So the media say
little Messi. They call him the little Messi.
Where's Lavia?
Where's he?
Lavia. But there's a little club. There's a little club at Chelsea that I try to keep quiet about, but since you highlighted it, people like Lavia and Fofana, them man, they are stealing wages, man. Them man, they are stealing wages. In the 3 years Fofana's been at my club, he's played 34 games.
Right.
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah.
How much did you pay for him?
75 million. 75 million. Yeah.
What's gonna happen? What's the future?
Luckily, he's still young, so they're hoping that it all works out. But I try to erase him from my mind so I don't get annoyed at that.
But then there's also guys like João Felix as well.
Oh, but he's sold now.
Yeah, true. That's true.
And we made profit, so I'm alright with that. I'm cool with that. I made profit on him. I don't know how he didn't barely kick the ball, But Lavia is the one that he'll play for 2 games and go missing for 5, 6, 7, and it's annoying now. It's annoying now. But he's a good, talented player. When he plays, we're better.
Yeah, but I think that's the risk that you take because you know, I mean, you know, you got is it Southampton? What did you get from Southampton? Oh, he's dropped out. He just texted to say that he was dropped out. Big D dropped out.
D dropped out.
What's going on there? Is this StreamYard? Oh, it's not StreamYard, you know. What's going on here? Big D's just dropped out. Hold on a second. Let's make sure it's not mine. Yeah, guys, can you still see me and Kofi? Just put it in the chat because I don't know what's happened to Ez and Big D. They just dropped out, man. Looks like the mutants have got them. Loud and clear. Okay, cool. We'll carry on. We'll carry on until they get back. Just Big D just said just crashed out, guys. Checking it out. All right, Ez is back. Right, Ez is back. Big D's back.
Yes, I don't know if it's the
boy, you know what? Screw me off, boy.
You know what? StreamYard is doing some mad things this week.
Yeah,
there's a couple of they're doing some.
Wait, what?
I did pay the bill.
Crazy.
I did pay the bill. Okay.
No,
But let me just finish up. So Ez.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not a one-man team, is it?
It used to be. It used to be.
But he's based off of this game. What people are saying is that you looked a little bit like if you take him out of the game, then because he's the one that provides your forwards and stuff like that.
You know why it's not a one-man team? I can prove it because Cole Palmer hasn't scored a Premier League goal since January, and we finished top 4. Right.
Right. Okay.
You could only imagine what would happen if he continued scoring.
Yeah.
But he didn't score since January.
Ed, can I ask you?
And that tells me. Go on, D.
I think Cole Palmer. I liked him playing off the right. Now he's playing him centrally.
Yeah.
I don't get that move.
Yeah.
I think off the right he was cooking.
And he played off the right against PSG.
Right.
But I think people started to clock the game a bit by doubling up. It's easier to double up on him out on the wing. You can get a player to, the wing backs and all that. It's easier. He's saying Enzo Maresca is saying if they double up on you in midfield, then there's going to be a gap somewhere in midfield and we can exploit teams.
I really wish Arteta would think like that,
Why?
As in with Saka, no?
Yeah.
How is it? That's why I'm asking the question.
How is it that Edge is able to see that? Maresca, then Man City. Why can't Saka is getting slapped? I mean, he got bullied by Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw had him in his back,
which is bad, isn't it? Which is bad.
Luke
Shaw.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Luke Shaw is rubbish, but Luke Shaw can't stay fit. So for him to get battered by Luke Shaw was like, yo.
No, that was embarrassing.
But hear this, Norms. There's a little leak that come out from one of your Arsenal sources that apparently in training he's been trying Saka on the left and Madueke.
Yeah, I see that as well. Yeah. But the problem is,
it's true or not?
Yeah, but then Saka hasn't got a right foot. Yeah, so it's either that he wants Saka now because you know towards the end of that game, Big D, right? Saka switched with him. So that last ball where he went behind him, Saka played a cross behind him. Yeah, but I know for a fact. I don't know for a fact, but it's looking likely that Madueke will end up being our left-sided player. You know what I mean? And if Arteta's going to try something different, if he's going to try something different, because if Saka, because you got to remember when Saka was, he played as a left back when he started off as a left back. And when he played under Unai Emery, he was supplying crosses for what's his name, Gabriel Martinelli, and you had Kieran Tierney overlapping in that. So you had, I think maybe he's trying to address that left side. We'll come on to Arsenal. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit more in depth. Maybe he's trying to address that because at the moment now it doesn't probably even look like we're going to end up getting a left-sided player. Trossard has ended up now signing a new deal. And if sources are telling me, when I show you the thing, I don't know if it's true, but the man's on, I think he was on 90K a week. Yeah, they extended his. When I say extended, they just activated his contract. Say it goes till 2027. Yeah, so you know, they're not extending his contract. It's just that there was a thing in the clause to say, right, we'll continue that contract till 2027 by activating it, not extending it. You know what I mean? It was always there. It was always there as an option. So we will go into that. But look, Chelsea, as I said, drawing that game, it could have been 1-0. Yes, it could have been 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Free kick.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Just quickly before we move on.
I wish it went in, because we seem to play better when we concede. I reckon we would have gone on to not just come back, but we would have gone on to win the game if we conceded.
Yeah, because they were saying that Gay was interfering with the wall and that, and I think from what Dermot was saying, says that this is the law. If the wall is set up with 3 or more players, opposition players have to be a meter from it. Often you see forwards standing in front of the wall. In this case, Gay is stood between the 2 players. Now, I don't know if it's a rule change or what. I'm not too sure. Or what? Because
who was that quote from? No, who was that quote from?
That was from Dermot.
You see this brother? He should no longer be on Ref Watch. Actually, in fact, scrap Ref Watch. This guy's an absolute clown.
They don't want to have no content, D.
No, not you. Not you. No, not. I'm talking Sky, not you.
No.
We can keep Ref Watch. Sky needs to allow that, or find players that can be neutral to just talk honest. Dermot don't want to talk against his referees ever. So what's the point of being on there? Referees are human beings that make mistakes, just like VAR make mistakes. And every time he said, no, don't put me in that position. I'm not speaking on it. Speak on it, bro. That's why you're there. Yeah. Otherwise, don't take the money from Sky to be on the show. I think it's disgraceful.
I know
Jay Bruce, do your job.
Jay Bruce, and we will come on to that, was pushing him on that. Anywhere else on that field of play, it's a foul. Yeah,
that's what he said to him.
Yeah, and he basically said, "I'm not gonna play that game.
I'm not playing that game. No one's playing games, bro. You're being paid."
You know,
but he don't want to speak out against referees because you see them in a pub.
From a Chelsea point of view, I think that's got to be given, because we scored a free kick against Bournemouth. I remember it last season, and it was exactly the same where I think it was Caicedo pushed a player out the way.
Yeah, and there's no consistency. That's the problem. There's no consistency.
I'm a fair man. I think that was a soft / wrong call, I would say.
Yeah.
And as I said,
you thought the goal should have stood.
Should have stood, and it was early enough in the game that I think we would come back. Chelsea's like that. We conceded in the Conference League final first, came back 4-1. We don't mind that if it's early in the game. I think the boys were complacent because it was that sort of match where everything seemed to be going our way, apart from a goal, and we were complacent. We needed that kick. I reckon that would have been it. Good goal from Eze. Would have been a nice goodbye gift to Palace and their fans, assuming he gets his move. And then the last thing I'll say about it is get me a new goalkeeper, please, because that's exactly why we're not challenging for nothing. Don't ever ask me about title races for as long as Robert Sanchez is in goal. He'll give you a world-class game, and then he'll go 10. You want
to swap with Nana or their second goalkeeper?
Oh, don't set D off. Don't set D off. No. That wasn't a trigger for D, Look,
listen, last week, this came out. Look, I'm absolutely gutted if this happens. I mean, Chile.
Wow. How have you allowed it?
Because Arsenal just don't do anything. We just don't do nothing that simple. Do you know what I mean? Because we was linked with him, but we had never had any conversations with the club or talked to their representatives. Apparently, a personal agreement deals were done and personal agreements were done.
Wait, let me pause you there, Norms.
Right.
Norms, stop there, Norms.
What's going on?
3 minutes ago, Arsenal have approached Crystal Palace for Eze today.
Yo? What?
3 minutes ago.
Are you pulling my leg,
I have to
brother?
stop you right there, Normski.
Okay, let me just do this. Just let me just show you this.
Fabricius.
Let me just show you this, yeah? This is from Sky News, and this was from yesterday, and I thought I'd screenshot it. Eze deal not agreed as Spurs talks continue. Latest from Sky Sports is Michael Bridge and Cavalier, I can't pronounce his name, Solihull. Talks are continuing between Tottenham and Crystal Palace about a deal for Eberechi Eze. As of right now, a deal has not been agreed. Now, I know apparently both the Palace owner and Tottenham's chairman is talking. Yeah. So that's why I thought this is the end of it. Now, who's this breaking from, Ez? Who's this breaking from?
Both David Ornstein and Fabrizio come out with it. The player wants Arsenal, and this follows after Kai Havertz's injury.
Right, yes. And we're going
to... That's what's accelerated.
That kind of nicely puts us into there. Now, the situation is this. This came up today, and that's probably why now Arsenal now. Why does it take something like this, Ez?
It's true. That's true.
That's true. We're not proactive. We're reactive. Yeah. This is what we do. Yeah. We react. Yeah. Now, this came out from AFC stuff, obviously reporting what Ornstein says. Breaking, Kai Havertz is set for a spell on the side. And now, listen, you've got to remember, Kai Havertz ended up with a third-degree tear in his hamstring. Now, there's a situation now that he's going to look like he's going to be out for a prolonged period of time with his knee. And the early prognosis is that the duration thereof is unclear. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if he's done his ACL. I wouldn't be surprised or something. Yeah. Why would they now be saying now they're going to go and talk to? Because they know that this situation with Kai Havertz now is that it looks like he's going to be out long term. We need because Gokras can't do it by himself. And our left side is absolutely terrible. Now, if this happens, right, I couldn't care less because if you notice on my Insta, I said, I don't believe it's over. I can't believe it's true. Right? Now, that was on my Insta. If you see my Insta, go on my Insta post, you'll see it, guys. You'll see my Insta post. Now, listen, I can always get it wrong, and I don't mind getting it wrong. But Arsenal are too, when it comes to reactional. Yeah? Go and do the business. Again, Ornstein, this is from David Ornstein, the actual official, where he says, Arsenal forward Kai Havertz set for a spell out with knee injury, assessment on the 26-year-old Germany international at early stage, so prognosis, duration unclear. And normally when it happens like when it's unclear, you know he's going to be out for time. So now, Ez, are you able to,
I can get it.
Yeah, get on, and I think you can actually share it for your end. You can actually screen and then share it and get it.
Yeah, give me a
download it and then screen it. Yeah, if you could do that and we can look at that. But whilst that exciting news has just come through, so people in the chat, hit that like button, subscribe and share if you know. We're hearing Fabrizio, we're hearing Ornstein, that Arsenal have approached Crystal Palace. We know that Eze wants the move to him, right? And the thing about it, now that we've got a player out, yeah, the thing is, I want him to come in and play as that left side of that or that 10. Because this guy makes things happen, Big D, Kofi. This guy makes things happen. Yeah. Is it going to take us to the next level? Is it going to win us the Premier League or it may win us an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup, but I don't think it's going to win us the Premier League or the Champions League. I think there's two other teams that are much stronger than us, and that's Man City and Liverpool. Yeah, and not only I also look at the way Arsenal played ball, or I call it Arteta ball. We have no creativity, and in that game, and I'm kind of merge the two things together. We ended up going to Man United and stinking out the joint, absolutely stinking out the joint. Big D, I know you're going to have your thoughts on it. But maybe the first 10 minutes, we tried to impose ourselves on it, but it's still that same old slow football. Man United got to set up properly, nullified us. Cunha and Brainwell, our flanks were getting destroyed. Ben White was getting destroyed. Calafiori, who scored the winning goal from a set piece, Ole FC, scored the goal from a corner from Declan Rice. But we then had to sit back. Some people say we were resilient. It was steel over style. These are the little buzzwords that have been coming out. But it's not sustainable, Big D. It's not sustainable. You hit the post. Cunha with that Cruyff turn when he took the ball. He's going to be an exciting player for you guys. He's going to be absolutely exciting. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys had your shooting boots on, I think we lose that game 2-3-0. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You know what I mean?
Well,
I did predict a draw as a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I said 2-2. Yeah, I said 2-2, didn't I, last week? You know what, Norm? I have to tip my hat to Raya as well. Yeah, I'm not going to overlook that your goalkeeper did not have the game of his life, because he did. He threw himself at everything. So as much as we needed our better shooting boots on, we came up against a resilient defense and a solid goalkeeper. Now I know that's not the football that you want to be playing on, sitting back on the back heels getting peppered like that. Because I couldn't believe it. I actually said to my brother, because my brother is working and listening to me on the radio. He's at his restaurant. I'm saying, bro, we're actually peppering them, which is wild, because I expected us to be getting peppered. You know what I mean? I expected us to be sitting back looking to counterattack you rather than, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was, yeah. So, because even you look at your possession stats, much higher.
Yeah.
We had 22 shots on target
Right.
to our 22 shots.
No.
We conceded 22 shots. I think you had 9 on target. We had 9 shots and we had 3 on target. Obviously, one of those being the goal from a set piece.
If you look at last season, we were getting nowhere into double figures in shots at our opponent's goal. You have to remember, we never won back-to-back games all season.
My phone's going off now. My phone's going off. Arsenal make move for Eberechi Eze.
Yeah, which makes sense, because you can't look at Eze going to your North London rival. So I'm not surprised that they've looked at that and said, whoa, let's see what we can do here. Jump in, 27.
But D, you said you had 27. What's wrong with that?
No. As in, I thought he was younger for some reason. I thought he was only like 25.
Yeah. So does that change it? In fact, we should still go for him?
No, you still got to go for him, mate. He can't go to Tottenham, mate, can he? He can't, because if he goes to Tottenham and cooks, you man gonna be furious.
Okay, I'm gonna read something. I'm gonna read something here. Yeah. Now the thing is, I don't want to jump the gun, and because I can eat humble pie. But on our what's going on chat, I put in there, and listen, rightly so. Chile came back. I'm just trying to find what his response. And all right, so Chile come back, and what did he say? Oh gosh, where was it? I posted. Was it here? It must have been. It must rain because we post so much stuff in there. It gets.
Yeah.
But
basically,
should have
pinned it, Norm. We should have pinned it. That way you can come back to him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to find it, but because I sent the thing to say basically you guys have got him. And I think Chile basically said, "You see what happened with the Morgan Gibbs? Oh, Chili's in the chat.
Oh yeah. He said it, didn't he?
He's in the chat. He's in the chat. He's in the chat.
I love the confidence. I love the confidence, Chile.
So is this gonna be a battle now? Because this is David team. Exclusive Arsenal move for Eberechi 27 wants them. Tottenham lined up a deal with today a player, but after Abbott's injury, now closing in on England. Now they're saying Arsenal are now. Hold on, let's read this right. Are they saying Arsenal are now closing in on the international?
Yeah.
Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, now closing on.
I don't think it's a battle, So this is the Fab one, Norms.
Go on.
Okay, so this is Fabrizio. This is Fabrizio. Because Arsenal have approached Crystal Palace today to sign Eberechi Eze. Surprise move follows obviously the injury. Blah blah blah. Try to offer more to both player and Palace to try and win race against Tottenham. Negotiations underway. Right, and my phone's just going off now. People are texting me left, right, and center.
So Norms, go back to the first one from Ornstein.
Yep.
I think the key word is in that first line. Arsenal make move for Eze, and the 27-year-old wants them. So it seems as if as long as you can appeal to club, the player will prioritize Arsenal.
You know what it is, yeah. And I mean, whatever conversation they've had with his agents and that, and obviously to promising game time, because if we look at it this way, and Chile would have to agree, I reluctantly I would have said before all of this happened and before the old Abbott's injury happened, and that's what I'm saying, we react. We're never ever proactive. Yeah. Arsenal are always 2 steps behind everybody else when it comes to the transfer window, doing the business. Now the situation is that Eze, right, is gonna if he's going to look at it and say it's a World Cup year, Maddison is out with the ACL and probably won't play for the season. Eze is playing that 10, so he's going to have that role as playing that number 10. That's probably what Tottenham are going to say to you. You will definitely start. You will be our number 10. Now, with us, the problem is that if he comes in, because we've got a problem on that left-hand side and there's talk about him playing as a left winger, yeah? Are they saying, well, come in, play as a left winger, or you're going to come in and play as a left 8? Because I'd love to see Declan Rice back in as a number 6 or a double pivot with Zubimendi.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah? Then I think things will cook a little bit. I'm not saying, as I said, bringing Eze doesn't mean we're going to win the title or nothing like that. But what it does do, we have more options. We'll be more creative, right? It will give Mr. Odegaard a run for his money because, as far as I'm concerned, the problem reason why we didn't, and this is why I'm saying they're so hypocritical. These content creators or these journalists, right? Oh, well, the reason why we didn't end up going for Eze is because of and I don't know if you guys agree with this, because there's no pathway now for Ethan Nwaneri. Now on Sunday, right, he had the opportunity to bring Ethan Nwaneri on just to finish off the game, at least try and finish off the game because there's no creativity. We didn't have every time we broke on you, we lost the ball. Yeah, we broke on the Odegaard in the last third. Yeah, non-existent. No, it was just literally there was no end product. Same as Martinelli, no end product. Yeah, in our third, he's okay. Receives the ball. Yeah, but does these stupid scoop shots, and I'm like, nah. So we need someone to challenge. But I can't even see, even if Ethan Nwaneri has signed the contract, is he going to challenge Odegaard? No, he won't bring him on through. He won't. Sorry.
I've just developing from this 2 minutes ago. Fabrizio says, following talks from tonight, Arsenal are convinced Eze prefers them over Tottenham. 60 mil package offered to Palace already.
Wow.
With faster payment terms than Spurs.
Wow.
You're putting more up front.
Chili dog, what you saying, bro?
False nine.
I'm trying to tell Chili.
Oh, I know he's saying it. No, he's saying it. He's saying it. Look.
Chili's a Tottenham man. Chili normally is on the show, but he's in the chat. Yeah, Chili, what you saying?
He's saying it though, no. Look, he's saying they said he wants Tottenham means nothing.
Okay, sorry.
I think it means everything because if you can agree the deal, which both clubs will, it comes down to the player.
Yeah, it's down to the player now. Yeah, because he's an ex-Arsenal graduate. Yeah, academy player.
So it's coming on.
They let him go. He went to QPR, done well there.
Yeah. It's over, mate.
It's over.
It's over.
He's coming on then, no.
It's over.
I mean,
it's nonsense.
It's better you accept it now because if you know.
But it's Kofi. Why is it that Liverpool just go out and do their business? Why is it Chelsea just go out and do their business? Man United and Arsenal. I'll take my hat off to Man United this year, even though the Mbemo deal took a little bit longer than necessary.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have got the Cunha deal. And I know Big D, you're saying about maybe you'd gone too early for the Cunha deal. You should have, remember the Sesko, you should have said maybe, I don't know, you say something about going for a striker first or something like that. I can't remember. Or going for the Mbemo deal first. Why you would end up paying 72 million.
Yeah, but norms.
Right.
If Liverpool didn't win Premier League.
So they go back?
I said Liverpool didn't win Premier League. I don't think they would have been doing their business the way they've been doing it. Because they would revert back to how they've always been doing things.
Yeah.
Right.
So. But yeah, I think you're right, Kofi. Just winning the league, as you say, right. Like, look how easy we win it. Strengthen it. Should be a no-brainer. So they strengthen. It's and the reason why I said about I didn't like the way we did business. I think me and Liam were kind of backward and forward on that. Like in terms of last season, we spoke about our midfield, and so we already had options in the squad that could play in the 10s. We had already agreed the Cunha deal, so regardless, Cunha knew he was coming. There was no talk of Mbeumo. So since there was no talk of Mbeumo, where Kobe Mane can play in the 10, so can Bruno, so can Mason Mount. So I'm not saying, I don't like the Mbeumo deal, but we needed a 6. And then now, last minute, you're talking about the Brighton guy. Like the Brighton guy should have been the second one you did then. if you were insisting on just showing intent to say that, look, we've got Cunha through the door. So I think that's what Leon was saying, that you get Cunha through the door. It's encouraging for players looking in saying, oh, Man United are doing some business here because they're not in Champions League, and a player that cooked last season in Cunha has already signed for them. So I do get that, but that wasn't hard to do. Do a deal that's hard to do. I think if you're gonna done the Brighton deal, and then at the same time you announce both of them, bam, double whammy. Because the fans are saying we never do two together. When the fact is that Cunha was just on ice. Now you're gonna overpay for the Brighton guy. I'm not saying you weren't gonna overpay anyway, but once they've seen that you've just replaced your whole front three, you're not getting him for anything less than 100 million with 10 million or 15 million in add-ons. So that's why I said I didn't like the way we did business, because one was already done. And the one that's already done doesn't need to be highlighted. And then we've moved no one out, as you see, guys. Two. When I checked my Twitter before I came on, X, whatever you want to call it, there was nothing saying. It was all, oh, Garnacho's still holding out for Chelsea. This one didn't want to. Sancho didn't want to go to Roma. I know exactly what Sancho's doing. Sancho's saying, I can sit tight, Last year, my contract, you can go for free. And I don't blame him.
You know what?
Don't blame him, because we gave him the contract.
Yeah,
we gave him that contract. No,
you know what my worry was? Yeah. Right. And it's typical of Arsenal to do that, because I know we go and get Chelsea rejects. Yeah, I was thinking, God help us, right? On deadline day, we announced a Sancho on loan or something. I was thinking,
I hear you. Yeah,
brother, can you imagine? Oh, brother, listen. You know what I mean? Because as I said, that left center side is so neglected, guys. You watch us play, and we stunk at the place, D. We absolutely stunk at that place there. Yeah, we get the set piece goal. You might argue, and I'm going to absolutely agree with you. Wow. It should have been a penalty. It should have been a penalty.
I think there was two penalty shouts there, Norm. Two honest penalty shouts in that game.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think with these refs, right? I'm convinced that the refs go to the league and they ask for these big games. They want the profile of a Man United Arsenal, a Man United Chelsea, a Chelsea Man United, a Chelsea Liverpool. Like, I guarantee you that they be fall over themselves to get Liverpool Man United, whether it's Old Trafford or at Anfield. They want these games, and then when it comes to in-game decisions, they bottle it. Didn't even go to VAR, mate. Just waved it off. You're like, bro, he's gone through the back of him. And when Arsenal fans are saying that in other chats, saying, actually, it was a penalty, we actually got away with one. Says it all. And so,
I think it was a Stonewall penalty. And then when it went to Dermot McGallagher.
You text me, Norm. You text me. I think you text me.
I'll text you, yeah. Jay Fulford will say, come on. Anywhere else on that pitch, and he wouldn't commit himself, protecting the referees. It's a Stonewall penalty.
I think with that decision, right, it's like, is it a penalty and a red card because it's in the box? And maybe it's like, if I give one, I have to give the other. Then they're going to say, me, the referee, spoke the game. So there's that as well, because even with the goal, you look at Saliba, Mason Mount, who stood in front of him, he's practically got Mason Mount's shirt over his head near enough, holding him down while backing into the goalkeeper.
No.
I've seen it at bare angles, no. He stopped Mason from jumping for the ball.
No.
No, go watch it again, bro. I watched it at bare angles.
They're both grabbing each other's shirt. Normally, when
he's in front, Norm. Mason's in front of him. He's got the shirt over his neck.
Come on, man.
You can see his bare back, Norm. You can see Mason Mount's bare back. As he's grabbing his shirt, he's backing into the goalkeeper. Now, the goalkeeper, Norms, needs to be a heavyweight boxer. He needs to put his fist through that ball, and whoever he knocks out, he knocks out.
Yeah, but guys, what happened to a little bit of tussle?
A bit like what Onana did. A bit like what Onana did against Wolves. Yeah, and you said
he was in his right. He was in his right to do that. I would rather Onana do that. Put your fist through the ball. Bayern did. He came more weak. He came more meek and mild. You're 6'5", whatever it is.
Yeah, he was a soft man. I mean, you got to punch that way. You got
punch it away, bro. Even if you punch your own defender in the head, in the process. So be it.
Amorim was backing him because in the press conference
he had to know.
But he got a little bit tetchy. He got a little bit tetchy.
Yeah. He got his feelings there because he went back to a game last season. Bro, don't go back to last season. You stunk up last season. No one trying to hear about last season. You know what I mean? Just talk about preseason and what we're doing now. Because in our time in the Premier League, Man United, I don't think Man United have ever finished at the top 10. If I'm thinking about it, we've never finished at the top 10 in the Premier League.
Yeah,
the 15th. Don't talk about what happened when we finished 15th, bro. Like, leave that. Like, we're not here for that.
Let me just quickly.
And team selection, Norm. Yeah. I don't know if you're happy with yours. I was fuming with mine.
Well, Waha said that earlier on. He was happy with team selection, and that's what caused.
And the subs.
Just quickly, just let me know what was the situation with it. Why weren't you happy with the team selection?
So this is my thing, right? Like you eventually bring in a striker that we weren't linked with, right? Paid a lot of money for him.
Right.
The striker, everyone's saying he's absolutely tearing up trees in training. He's fit, and you bench him against in an opening game at Old Trafford where the crowd are just the adrenaline this kid's gonna get from the 77,000 or 78,000 at Old Trafford is enough to start him. Even if he gasses out after 55 minutes and you stop him, I'm okay with that. You can't bench him. You've got to go with that front three. You've got to say, right, we're playing one game a week. We're not thinking about Champions League or Europa League. None of that's happening. He's in. Everyone's telling me this guy is killing it in training, and you bench him to play Mason Mount in the false nine, who can't stay fit for love or money. What are we doing, Ruben? And this is, again, the manager overthinking his assignment. And I'm saying, do you want to get fired, bro? Start them front three. Because if you look at Mbumu and Konya, you just saw that energy. And I think something happens there. I'm not saying Mason Mount was awful, but I don't want to see Mason in the false nine when I've just spent, I don't know what it was in the end, 72 million? 72 million. Right, 72 million on the striker.
I think that's with add-ons and that.
With the add-ons, right? And you put the add-ons in, Norm. You put the add-ons in because they're part of the deal. Go with that front three. And then he makes a sub when we need a goal, and he chooses Ugarte over Kobe Mainoo. And I'm saying, okay, he don't want to win this game. We're 1-0 down. We don't want to win this game. And so I look at his decisions, and I'm saying, bro, is Mainoo not training right? Is he coming late? What's going on with him? Yes, what's up? What's going on with Kobe? That Kobe's on the bench when we just need to break you down. Now, the way you sat Norm defensively, I can't even knock it, bro. You held on to that 1-0 need for love or money. And you needed a player that could get into the box with them tricky feet and do something. Kobe Mainoo is it. We saw what Bruno did. Huff and puff and didn't blow any house down. The others, obviously, just unfortunate. I watched Dorgu have a very good game. Now, everyone said about the Luke Shaw thing. I actually wasn't bothered about the Luke Shaw thing because Luke Shaw can't play wing back. He got no legs. That's the only position he can play for Man United is the left side centre back. So with Aiden Heaven coming back from injury, I'm like, cool. He's got to start him. He's fit. And with Luke Shaw, you got to get your money's worth out of him until he gets injured. Truthfully, I didn't want to see him there in 2025. I didn't want to see Luke Shaw start him, but I looked at the squad and looked at who was available. Leacher is way off still. I think Leacher's not fit till maybe end of September, beginning of October. So Leacher's not an option. So Luke Shaw has to start there. I thought Luke did all right because you're not asking him to run. You're just asking him to defend. You're not asking him to overlap. That's what the wing backs doing. And I thought Dorgu did a very good job. But I just thought, because this is what he could have done. He actually could have just paid Mainoo in the pivot with Casemiro. I thought Casemiro did really well, Norm. Everyone knocked Casemiro, but he lasted a solid hour. And I thought he bossed apart, bro, until he gassed out. And then he took him off, which is cool. But once you take him off and you know you're 1-0 down, it's Kobe Mainoo over Ugarte. Ugarte's shooting from the halfway line nearly, trying to catch out Raya. Raya's having the game of his life, Norm. You're not going to mug off Raya from the halfway line, bro. What are you doing? And just for that, when you got players in front of you and you shot, I would have subbed him straight away for Mainoo after he made that shot. But even though I subbed him on, he get straight out of there. Sorry, man. That vexed me.
Shaw did pocket Saka. Now that could be a number of things. The fact that he gets doubled up on and tripled up on sometimes. But Shaw handled his business.
Yeah.
Now the thing is,
We're not asking him to run, no. Sure, we're not asking him to run. Just defend.
Which is fair, but that's good.
Yeah.
That's good
Just
that,
defend.
that he's done that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But the thing is that you was getting joy on both flanks because what was happening is that Calafiori, even though he got the winner, he's, as they call him, he's chaotic going forward, but can't defend. He's a left-sided centre back. He can't be up against tricky wingers, and I think he ended up getting a yellow card. I think he was pulling on tugging on Mbeumo's shirt. I think it was Mbeumo's shirt. Ahmad, when he come on, he was just giving Noddy nightmare. You understand me? I thought, oh God, bring it on Ahmad now.
Oh, that was the one. That was the one. Delo and Ahmad.
Yeah.
Ahmad has to start over Delo.
Right, but what was happening though in that game, the way you set up, because what we was doing, we was vacating the left and right side flanks, so there's just space. So every time we lost the ball, because once it turned over, Bruno, had the name to say, right, I'll play right or left. Dorgu was always in, and what's name was always in.
If you watch the way Mbeumo was,
and if they were able to then have a focal player, then it could have been a different game. Still, Cunha and Mbeumo, you know what I mean? They're not natural players to be in the box. You know what I mean?
But if you see the diagonal passes, Norm. Yeah. If you see the way Mbeumo was controlling them diagonal passes, it was mint. I was like, whoa. Yeah. Just like on the side of his foot, Ed. Just bring it down on the side of his foot and then it's gone. I'll be like, no, this is all right. You know what? I don't mind this.
Waha saying Mount 2, but the false 9 left us short in that first half.
Yeah.
Mount played well.
He did play well, but the thing is, for what do we pay for him? 72 million?
No. 55.
How much you pay for him?
55.
It was more than that, with the add-on.
For Mason.
Yeah.
55.
I thought he was in the 60. I thought he was around the 60 mark there. But for that money, he did the price tag, bro. He didn't wow me, and that's why I wanted Sesko just to, you know what, just shed some pounds in the first half for me, get up to fitness. I wouldn't mind that.
Wow.
Even if because I just felt like all the hype, you introduce him, and then you bench him. That made no sense. And he's saying, I'm fit, but whatever the manager wants, I'm okay with that. Where sometimes you got to knock the manager's door and say, nah, boss, you just drop the bag for me. I'm good. I'm not breathing heavy after 30 minutes because he played an exhibition game behind closed doors as well. So he had legs in him. It's Arsenal.
Yeah. But the thing is, once you have somebody at that focal point, then it's going to make a big difference. Like Mbeumo's runs are going to really make weight.
And you're right, Kofi. I like what he offered as well.
My opinion.
Yeah, I like what he offered, man.
Yeah,
he did that. Yeah. You see that turn he did? He got the ball and he did that pirouette.
Yeah, I saw
going backwards and then. I said, brother, what was that?
You talk about when he done Ben White.
That cracked me up, the way he did it, the pirouette. I was like, that was crazy, bro. What you doing?
Yeah,
but you know what?
He's a proper Brazilian, man. Brazilian.
Yeah, that was some flair there, so I just think that Ruben got a bit nervous, man. And sometimes we students in basketball, right? You play your starting 5, and then when you're 20 points up, you just pull them all in the fourth quarter and let them whole bench and let the fringe guys do it. And if the team starts coming back to about 10 points, then you put your starters back on again and just kill the game. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can do that in football, but I'm saying let them three get an hour under their legs.
Yeah. And
then you look at the bench and say, okay, this what you can put Bruno in the 10 alongside Ahmad. You can go with a false line after that. If it's not just not working out. But I just think that was criminal to do it. And I didn't want to see Delo ahead of Ahmad because I think Ahmad offers too much to be holding bench. And you have to remember, he's going to have to try and keep these players happy on one game a week. I don't know how he does it, but he's going to have to do it.
He's going to have to manage that, yeah? But WhatsApp saying Amaram needs to ditch that 3-4-3 system.
This is what I would say. Glasner plays this at
big up BBK, please.
Crystal Palace.
Let me just big up BBK. Big up BBK. Please put his
big up yourself, man.
Put his link in the chat. Big up to you, BBK, bro.
Yeah, and maybe Ruben needs to look at how Glasner makes this effective at Palace. Because Palace are a handful against you guys, that's right or wrong, yeah? So there's adaptability within that because we kind of go into a back four when we don't have the ball, like subconsciously, where someone sits in. So even though it's a 3-4, whatever it is, man. But and then I heard someone say that yesterday that there's no reason to play three centre backs against certain teams. So in certain teams, you go back to the 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1. Because that's what you guys are playing, isn't it? 4-3-2-1.
No, we play 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
But
right.
I want to play a 4-2-3-1 because I want Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice is wasted out in that number 8 position. The man is
right.
Yesterday, on Sunday when we played, he was mashed up, bro. He's not an 8. Yeah. He hasn't got that technical. He's technical, but not technical in the sense that he can play those through balls. He's a man like when he was for West Ham, he was breaking up play off the ball. You know what I mean? Interceptor. He does all of that. Play him alongside Zubimendi. Because Zubimendi, that game passed him. On Sunday, that game passed him.
Yeah, he did. Which is understandable, no?
Yeah.
Just because of the pace of the game. The pace of the game.
It's going to take time. But now, if this, BBK, brother, if this Eze thing happens, I don't know. Because maybe he might bring in Eze and he might then bring in another left winger. I don't know.
Talking about that, Noms, I've shared a few updates on the Eze situation.
Let me
in the chat.
In the chat, or is that in the?
They're both as those pictures. They're new ones that you should
let me
bring up to stage.
This one here.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
It says
following talks tonight, Arsenal are convinced that Eze prefers to join them over Tottenham. 60 million package offered to Palace with easier add-ons and faster. Come on. Let me get too happy. Come on.
And then the other ones from Ben Jacobs. Ben Jacobs has got the context. The next
was the Ben Jacobs one. Let me see that one.
Yeah,
I've got so many tabs open. Oh, yeah. I think it's this one. Is it this one?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Ben Jacobs. So this is from Ben Jacobs. It's all coming in, guys. From Fabez, from Richard Ez. He's doing the work of the Lord. Right. So it says more on the Eberici, Eze, and Arsenal. So it's a little bit blurred, but I'm going to try and read it. Andre Berta and Mikel Arteta met with Eze to pitch the project in early July.
Early July. Okay.
All right. Okay. Before Spurs came to the table, Arsenal interest
dates back to June.
Leads back to June.
Yeah, to June.
Broken down. Blah blah blah. As they said on Arsenal. What's that say, Ed? Can you read that? Because I can't.
Yeah, go on. Eze sold on Arsenal back then, but no formal bid materialized at the time.
Okay.
Spurs reached an agreement in principle Palace last week and have terms in place with Eze, but Eze is waiting for Arsenal. Previous talks on paper, on player side, crucial in persuading him. AFC now work to reach fee with Palace.
Okay,
done.
It's moving quickly, guys. I mean,
I think it'll be done quick.
How things change so quickly. I mean, earlier on today,
it's only Wednesday,
we was just losing our heads, you know. And I think one of the reasons why we was losing our heads as well is, let me just find this thing. Where is it? Or did I lose them? Where is it? Let's find it. I think I've lost those ones. Is it this one? I think it's this one, yeah. Right. Exclusive. Leandro Trossard has agreed a new deal at Arsenal. 30 years old, will have salary increase to reflect the value role in the squad. Deal not extended, so as I said, it will still run to 2027. So he had this deal running to 2027. Now, wait for this one. Now, if stories are to be believed, and if they're giving him this, right, brother, I am not going to be happy. Let me find it. Read that, brother.
Wow.
I don't know if it's true. I'm only just, you know what I mean? Because this guy's got a blue tick by his name. But they were saying that he had a huge bumper package. This is what's being said. Now,
makes him the 5th highest.
220,000. The guy is 30 years old. This guy is going to sit on that and then go on a free. And we're not going to get no money for him. We could have got money for him last season. Yeah. We offered 35 million for this guy. and we turned it down. And now
Feels
we're
like bad
paying
business,
220.
man.
How
That's
is this
a real head scratcher.
So for me,
Yeah.
guys, no, but of course it's a head scratcher, Kofi, because if you're paying this guy $220 a week, he therefore then is a starter.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's not a bench
guy.
player, is he?
So you've gone from.
On that
I'm not
money.
saying this. Listen, I'm not saying that's the case because we don't know. Because we got to look at. Because I looked on what's the one that you look at, D, for the salaries cap? Is it cap?
Oh yeah, capology.
Capology, yeah.
Yeah, capology.
And
Yeah.
At the point when I saw it, it was still on 90. He was saying still 90,000,
Right.
so it hasn't been updated. So at some point it will be updated.
Yeah,
But
we have to
200.
come back to that.
If this is the case, £220,000 a week. That means he's a starter. What's going to happen with
It's too
Martinelli?
Yeah.
Too much.
This is what Arsenal do, and I'm gonna have to look at Berta with side eyes here because he's bought in Madueke. I think Madueke's on about 50. Is it about 50? Oh, what's Madueke on? I think he's on about 50-something thousand a week. I think. I know Zubimendi's on 75, and obviously got the Glock 9 is on, or Glock 14 as we call him, is on 200,000. So you know what I mean. I'm happy that he's brought them guys in on that thing, but to give Sandra Trossard, if that is the case, 220. I'm not saying it is. It's not gospel, but this is what's been spouted about. It's been over the social media that he's had a big pump, and people are talking about this 200K mark. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was on 90 grand a week now. I've been checking it now.
Yeah.
So if he's gone from 90 to 220, that's wild, Bridget.
Can you just look at what Noni is on? Noni Madueke.
Madueke, Noni. Where is he?
I think they should have updated this thing now. I'm sure they should have updated.
I'm not seeing him on there.
Can't see him on there. He should be on there.
Oh, it's not showing him at the moment. He's there at the bottom, but it's not showing his wages for some reason.
Yeah,
it just says that he's on till. It just says that he's on contract till.
Well, I'll tell you what. After that performance on Sunday, he should be on zero. Zero contract.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that hasn't been added.
Well,
maybe I need to refresh. I'm going to refresh it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I refresh it.
I thought somebody said 50K. I don't. What? Eds, what was he on at Chelsea?
Yeah,
probably about that at Chelsea. So I would imagine he would have got some sort of raise.
Yeah.
It's not showing it.
I don't know what
showing him or Kepa's wages normal for some reason.
Yeah, nothing there, is it?
Yeah, it's not showing him or Kepa's wages for some reason. Showing everyone else. I mean, they've got Ethan on $6 grand a week. That can't be right, no?
Yeah, again,
is that right? $6 grand a week.
Contract.
No, but he's got a new one.
He's got a new one, so that's not updated.
And then Skelly on
I think Skelly's
40
on
grand
40.
a week. 40, yeah. And Fabio Vieira 45.
45. See all them mans? See Reece Nelson
there? He's going to be on more than 50.
Reece Nelson is on 100K.
100 grand. Yeah, 100 grand. Yeah.
He needs to get this guy off the books, yeah? Fabio Vieira needs to
how was he ever on 100K? How?
So basically, this is what happened. After we gave Nketiah the 100K and the 49 shirt, I think they then I don't know if it was the following year, they then gave an increase to my guy, Reece Nelson, and they were saying it's to protect his value. So that's why they done it. But now, because the thing is, we're trying to get him off the books completely. Now he was with Fulham on loan, but with an option, he came back. We wanted to sell him completely, but he's come out and said that he's happy to just still go on a loan again. Because you know why? Because he's getting 100K a week. That's why. Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
One way or another.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah. Why would you? Big up to you, Bath, man. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you. Why would you? Bro, listen. As I said, if this news is coming out, listen, the Arsenal fan base is going to go wild if this happens, yeah? But I still feel with short Ez, I still think with short Kofi, Big D, I still, that left-hand side.
Listen, you get Eze, no excuses, man.
No. I'm telling you, and I told you at the start of this, yeah?
Stop being darlings. Stop being the bridesmaids.
Listen, I would love to not be a bridesmaid.
Stop catching the bouquet, Norman.
You know?
No, guys, listen, I would love that. I would love to stop catching the bouquet, but when you got a manager like Mikel Arteta, yeah, man, still digging for gold. That's what he said. I'm digging for gold. One day I'll find it. Yeah, digging for gold, bro. You ain't finding diddly squat, brother.
That's
You
funny, you
understand?
know. Man said digging for gold, you know.
Digging for gold. That's what he said. That's what he said, my friend. That's what he said. You know what I mean? Bav saying, why even, mate, I'm not even excited about the Eze Arteta will play him in the 6. He probably play him in goal. Oh, stop that, Kofi. Stop that. Put that down.
No.
Don't put that down. Don't put that down. Put that down before I remove you from the stream. Yes, big up to Big H. H, you must be hearing the news.
Yes, H.
You must be happy. But listen, this is the problem, H. We do this all the time. We're too reactive. We have the injury. We posted on our chat. We got the Arsenal chat. We posted on our chat with Kai Havertz being out, you know, for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden we go into panic mode. Why is it that we have to be reactive? Should I say? We need to be proactive. Yeah, well, we need to be. I'm sure you've seen the Eze to Arsenal. Yes, don't worry. We've been talking about it, H. We've been talking about it, bro. We've been talking about it. Hopefully, it will happen. And we'll get some good news because the basic of what Fabez is saying is that the deal looks like it's an easier one for Arsenal to do. It's an easier package, a better package in terms of the installments. They can do it quicker than Tottenham. Even though Tottenham should have money because they got that £68 million burn in their back pocket. That money should have been for Morgan Gibbs White. You know what I mean? So they might even have to change their mind on well, I say they might have to change their mind because apparently they were going to bring Carlison as a swap part of the deal, wasn't it? Now that ain't going to happen, is it?
Right. No. Oh, wow.
Waha, you're funny, man. Waha is funny. Fingers crossed, brother. You know what I mean? Prayer, man. We need some prayer meetings. You know what I mean, H? But no, yeah, listen. As I say, we stunk out the place, D, but tough place to go to. We don't normally do well, you know, at Old Trafford, but we get the 1-0 win. And
3 points is 3 points, bro.
We move. But what I would say is that your attack looks good, looks promising. Your attack looks promising. You will definitely score goals. You know, your next game is Fulham away. So with all that said, you know what I mean, you know, you don't want to go to Fulham now and lose. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, no. That can't happen, no. Like, that has to be a must-win for him. Otherwise, he's going to be in problems really early in the season.
Yeah.
The fan base won't have that. So
yeah.
So I think he probably needs to tweak again, and he cannot bench Sesko in that game. He cannot start him on the bench. Otherwise, I'm not sure what he's doing. And it's funny because you see, I think there's a statement from WhatsApp about Glasner.
Okay.
Because Glasner's somebody that interested me, and the manager that went to Tottenham. Both of those managers, I like the way.
Yeah, Thomas Frank.
Yeah, Thomas. Yeah,
they're good managers. They're good managers.
They're both good managers. So
good coaches.
So especially when Ruben was putting his job on the line, saying, "Well, yeah, if you need me to go, then I'll go, no compensation." Yeah. I didn't like that talk from a manager. You're at Man United. Who wants to get sacked from Man United? Who's willingly putting their neck on the chopping board? And so mentally, I feel like. I think it was way bigger than he thought when he came in. Yes, he was bullied to come in early, but I think when he got there and realized that, this ain't Sporting, this ain't Sporting, Sporting now. Now don't talk about Sporting, bro. Like talk less about them. You're at Man United now, and you know what they did? They revamped Carrington for him. So you see Carrington, the brand new Carrington now.
Yeah,
playing facilities after Ronaldo called them out. You know what I mean on his PS. Ronaldo. Yeah, he was right. Sometimes just the wrong message, same as Rashford, right in some things, but the wrong message. You know, I'm trying to hear from Rashford when you take the big money and don't perform. But this, what I would say is that can't be no more negative speech from the manager, Norm. I just think that's over for him. And the moment he tries doing that, and Jason Wilcox and co realized mentally he's not there, I think he's gone. And we have to be there or thereabouts. I'm not talking about title. I'm talking about in that mix of them top 8 clubs keep leapfrogging each other to get into Europe. He's got to be there come Christmas.
I was going to say, with the amount of games you've got, because you're playing one game a week, obviously you've got your domestic cups. Where do you think you're going to end up finishing? I think it
has to be 6 now.
Okay.
Has to be 6.
Right.
Anything above 6 is a real bonus for me. I'll be like, cool.
Yeah.
But if you don't finish 6 in the Europa League spot, fire him. It's Man United, fire him. Because it's not like oh, the purse strings were closed. You spent 200 plus million just getting that front three in. And we may get a midfielder or another.
Yeah, I was gonna say just to finish off on the Man United thing, and then we'll move on to the fantasy league thing.
Yeah, man.
With the business, obviously, you still need another midfielder, and obviously that Carlos Baleba from Brighton. I don't think that's going to happen this year. And the goalkeeping situation now. Donnarumma, you was linked with Donnarumma. Now, obviously, this keeper's coming. Your backup keeper. I can't pronounce his name, but you know the one. Is he going to be? Is he going to be your number one, or will it be Onana? What's going on there?
You know what, Norm? Apart from the clanger where he should have gone with his fist, the rest of his game weren't bad, you know, Norm.
Right.
But I think that one clanger, everyone trying to define his game. I think his distribution was really good.
Yep.
And so if Onana's not fit, don't start him. Go with Buendia against Fulham. If his mom is not match ready in training, but because Onana is known as your number one, he probably feels obligated to go back to the number one, because even though he doesn't wear the number one shirt, he's still the number one goalkeeper until we move him on. Apparently, Milan were talking about they would take him back. This is Onana. So I saw that in the last couple of days. But, you know, I think Onana doesn't want to go anywhere. I think he's quite happy at Old Trafford.
Well, Edison linked with Edison from City? He's linked with Galatasaray, isn't he?
That's right.
I think he's linked because I think he didn't start against Wolverhampton, and they had that other kid, Trafford. Was it,
Trafford.
Yeah, was in there.
Yeah, James Trafford. Yeah,
James Trafford was in goal.
See, that's what I wanted, Norm, in the summer.
Yeah. You said from Burnley.
I said it multiple times. I said, I said, go get him from Burnley, because he's not going to cost you that much money, because they've just come up.
Now the thing is now, but are they? I'm wondering if they're still. Is it? Do you think they're going to get that Donnarumma guy? Do you think they will get Donnarumma?
No, I think he wants so much money.
So what's
talking about? City.
Whoa. Yeah,
he wants 300k a week.
I know, but
that's why I don't think United will go for him.
Do you think City will pay that?
The wages won't be a problem. It's just I don't think he's a City keeper. The reason PSG don't want him is not because of his shot stopping. It's because of his playing out the back. He's not good at it. He's cost them goals by doing it.
So he's not great.
Pep ain't going to stop playing at the back. If you look at James Trafford on the weekend, he's picking the ball over the top and they went and scored. So that's how they want to play. I can't see how it works. I can't. He's not good at it. He's not good at it.
The thing about City, again, notice a slight difference in their play. Now that they've got Jurgen Klopp's ex-assistant manager, Ovi, they're playing a bit quicker on the Linders. They're playing a bit quicker on the break as well. More direct. And this is the thing, and this is, I would say, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea move the ball much quicker than Arsenal in terms of transition, getting up the ball at the field. Yeah. People saying, how's it that PSG, Liverpool can find 3 passes and then in on goal, whereas we play like 5-10 passes, and then by the time we get there, you know what I mean? It's low block business. You know what I mean? We can't break it down. Actually,
Norms, I was listening to Ola Ayena speak the other day. Yeah, right back for Nottingham Forest. Yeah, and he was talking about Liverpool, how direct they are, but they just go in their low block and they're ready for it. City, they're super patient, so he gets a breather as a fullback because he knows once it's on the other side, they're gonna knock it in the middle of the park. But he said with his Arsenal, he was saying it's boom, 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 and it's fast pace. So us as we're watching it, and it doesn't seem so. But for a footballer that's defending against it, he's saying that's the most annoying. He said he will take Liverpool all day because it's up and down, no problem.
Yeah, I remember you bringing up something like that. You said that, but when I'm watching it, and people that are in the stadium watching it, they're saying it's the build up is too slow.
No, but it's not progressive and in the way that you want it, but it's sharp enough that it makes defenses have to work hard. The moment they turn off is when Arsenal hurt them. The moment they turn off. Where City, they're more intricate. They're much more shorter pace, and they've just got the better players. If I'm honest, they got
technically, by far.
The way you move the ball is annoying because it's not side to side how we see it as fans watching it. It's diagonal, and it's in certain spaces that are annoying because they don't know whether to press you or to stand off. It's really annoying, and it's. I get it if you can get them players that can make something out of nothing. That's what's going to change Arsenal. I think that's, and you're still not quite doing that. Yeah, you've got a striker now. Eze is the first signing. I go, whoa, okay, whoa. That's the one that could make this a bit scary. Yeah. Because Eze is the type that, as much as you are playing that side, he wants to make something happen. He's going to say, Arteta, I know you want us to do this, but I'm having a shot. I'm going to run at him. I'm going to do something slightly out of the tactics. And Eze is just that player. You can't coach that out of him. That's who he is.
Well, it's a bit like Max Downham and a bit like Ethan Murray, but that's the problem. But I think but you see, but Ed, the thing for me is that I look at Saka and I thought Saka back in the day. He's completely robotic now. It's the system. Martinelli system. It's like he wants them going back that way, working. Yeah. That's why they ended up with hamstring problems and that.
No,
he's got to change.
That's where I agree. Yeah, that's where I agree with you. Everything, you know me, I'm kind of in favor of Arteta and stuff. I actually agree with you in that sense. He needs.
Sorry, we'll come on to that. But Is he a holding midfielder?
No, goalkeeper.
Lamens.
Yeah. I was just trying to find him online. Because there was someone that we were talking about, but like Loaha said, he seemed to have gone quiet. But United won't do unless Anana's saying, you know what, I want to move out. United won't do that move. They won't bring in a fourth goalkeeper. So unless one is going. But we still need a six, like I said. Yeah. And then Ruben, that's what I did say. He put something out about the bench as well, Norm. He said he don't want no sulkers. He's not tolerating anybody sulking. Because he said that the bench will be decisive this season. He said he has urged his players to abandon the culture of frustration that emerged under Eric Ten Hag.
Big up Geezer. Yeah.
Tom Strong, big up yourself, man.
Yeah, I've seen it for a while, bro.
Yeah. So there's that. He's just telling them.
Okay.
Like
AJ saying this deal's moving very quickly. Expect Eze to be an Arsenal player. Agreement in principle already in place. This is from Sammy Mockbell. I think Amarin played Bayande to show Onana he's not welcome. Yeah. Football's a ruthless thing, you know.
Because he was fit,
ruthless.
Onana was fit. Onana said he trained well all season, or not all season. He never had a preseason, but he trained well leading up after they came back from America. So, but then he started Tom Heaton a lot in preseason. So that's why people are saying just go with Tom Heaton. That's the guy you were kind of laying your hat on in the preseason. Plus, Tom Heaton, I think, out the three of them, organises the back line the best. He never stops yelling. He never stops. He's just at the players. Get in line, get in line. This one to your left, this one to your right. You can hear it.
And you feel the defenders feel more confident with...
Especially the passing back as well. With Onana, you see that. You'll see Yoro and Gillette especially, they're going to try and dribble it out. They won't want to pass back to him. Because they're just like, no, this brother going to have me looking like I gave him a hospital pass when the pass is perfectly weighted. So it's going to be interesting how that goes. Yeah. Okay.
Because he did play a lot in pre-season.
So they were comfortable with him. But this is Ruben again, overthinking simple things.
Yeah. Well, listen, we had the first game week one, absolutely great start to the weekend for some teams. For others, like us, we stunk away through it. But I think listen, it's results over performance, but it's not sustainable. That's what I'm going to say. We can't carry on playing like that. Just can't start playing like that. But we're just gonna quickly two other things we want to do. And normally at the end of every show, we've now started up the fantasy what's going on prediction fantasy league, should I say? And Big D always has a shout out at the end of the show. And then we've done the what's going on prediction results game week one. So we're going to show you the table. If you don't know about it, last season, did I win it? Did I win it? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you won it, Nom. Yeah, you won it. Yeah, you won it.
Thank you. Thank you.
But remember, it's you and Kofi. Remember, you and Kofi.
Me and Kofi were battling it out. But there's a big forfeit for JP to do. And he, he's sunning himself in Florida. He did come in the chat earlier on.
Yeah.
And he said he's willing to do. We have to. I don't know what it is, guys. We need to think of something. It will happen before the season, even if he ends up doing a double forfeit. Because if he's no, you know what? I think this season with Man United getting in, a new front attacking three, I think it's going to be a different story now. I think it's going to be a different story.
He's going to get more right than wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully.
So
I don't like this. Everyone was full of ideas when it was my time, and now it's Jason's time. I don't understand.
No, there were ideas, right? As
you had two relegations,
bro. 2 relegations,
That's funny. But this is the problem. Is like I think we had asked JP to he could borrow one of his brother's shirts, put on a Chelsea shirt, put on a Tottenham shirt. He's got brothers that are Tottenham and Chelsea players.
He
said, come on, he said he ain't doing that. He ain't wearing that.
He said he ain't doing that. He said he'd rather eat one of them eggs. You know them really sour ball things. I can't.
That's it. No, the sour ball thing.
I don't know where you can get them online. I need to find out. I'm going to find out for either my son or my daughter to find out where you can get these really sour.
Eat one of them online, innit?
And he has to eat one of them live. He might puke up live on the show, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But Big D, can we have a quick shout out? Now, D, just to let us know how many people have actually joined the What's Going On Fantasy.
So we have 23 in our league.
Okay.
So we are. I think we're 3 up from last season, which is good. So we've got 3 more additions. And so usual suspect, Richard Tuck, he got off to a blinder. Because this is what I say in the first week. If you can get 50 points, then you're doing all right because you don't know who's going to start. Yeah. Some of the players you know are going to start, but you don't know how the manager's going to tweak it. So he started off with a solid 76 with Frank Weller, as you can see. Chile with a 63, Chile was desperately poor last season, and man's already up there. So Chile's up for it. Where is... Oh, yeah. Is Markham... Can I move this? Let me see if I can move this, Nom. I probably can't. I'm going to have to... No, I can't move it. You can see Malcolm X just there. So Malcolm X is in 11, a solid 52. That's what I said. 50 points upwards for the first game week is cool. We got our guy in the chat, WhatsApp, Dal Grady on 58 there. My nephew, Jonathan, he was chatting smoke to me. That's Jonathan Gonzalez, that's my nephew. He's a hardcore Palace fan. 59 there. My guy Phil Edley, 13th, under 50. The guy's under 50. I'm under 50. 46. You know why I'm got 46?
It's Scott on there. Scott Kurt.
Is Scott in the future? I thought Scott was well. I'm not looking. I can't see him.
He's not on there.
Where's Scott? Scott's 22nd, mate. 38 points, very poor. Wow. But I'll tell you why I didn't score 50, guys.
Who's sitting bottom?
A guy called BBK Gunners. 35 points. That's big. Guy called
so BBK.
He was in the chat.
He was in the chat.
He's in the chat, really. Right,
BBK lives in America. BBK lives in America.
But you know what? It's game week 1. And the only reason why I didn't score 50 points, because I had 2 Chelsea men that were bankers for me. Cole Palmer and Pedro.
Exactly.
Neither performed.
Exactly. Me too.
I started both of them, man. I was fuming,
Chelsea man's letting you down.
Chelsea man's letting you down.
Pedro's not in my team. There you go. If that's any consolation.
They're not in your team, man. They're not in your team.
Nah, not in my team.
Nah, they're not, are they? And you know what? There was just a thing in my mind that said because of Chelsea's first 3 or 4 games, I said I had to gamble on 2 Chelsea players because I was feeling like it was going to be 6 points, 6 points, 6 points. So when they drew, I just sat back in my chair and said, okay, I'll put my hat on these 2. And I put the captain's armband on Palmer rather than Salah. Because Salah had been a little bit average in pre-season for Salah standards. So a little bit distracted, and then he gets the assist and the goal. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. So yeah, I gambled a bit wrong there. But here we are.
Okay,
there we go.
Before, guys, we're going to give Geezer wants us to give a shout out to his niece, Isabel. So, big up.
Yes, Isabel.
What she says? Just said she hates Tottenham. We hate Tottenham, and we hate Tottenham. We hate Tottenham. Big up, Isabel. Big up to you. Thanks for watching. Please, if you're new, subscribe to my channel on the road to 1K. Yeah, man. Big up to you, Geezer, mate. Geezer, we will talk, Geez. We will talk. So, guys, let's just finish off with the new What's Going On Prediction League Table 25-26 season. Last season,
I just took a picture of them.
Yeah, JP came last. We will be doing this forfeit sometime during the season. And as we see, I've done this because it's done in alphabetical order, whatever. But as you can see, Big D
alphabetical
on 1
order.
point, and this is
basically
just to let you know, guys. It's 3 points for correct score and outcome.
Yeah.
Or if you get the outcome right. So in other words, if you get the outcome out that you won the game, but you didn't get the correct score, then it's 1 point. And obviously, if you get it completely wrong, it's 0 points. So Big D on 1 point, and you went for Forest and Brentford.
Yeah, 2-1. I think it was 3-1, wasn't it, in the end?
Yeah.
I think I went 2-1 Forest. Yeah.
And Kofi, you went for Liverpool to win it 3-0.
No, I said 3-1.
3-1. And they won it 4-2.
4-2.
I went for was it City to win 4-0? I think I said. Was it 4-0? I can't remember what I put.
No, I think you said 3-1, didn't you?
3-1. Was it 3-1?
Yeah.
I think 3-1. 3-1, yeah. And they won 4-0. And then obviously Ez and JP. Ez went for, what did you go for? Ez for Chelsea?
3-1 to Chelsea, and we drew. So,
and you drew 0-0, so no points for you. And JP went for 2-1.
2-1
Man United, and we came out that game winning it 1-0.
1-0. Yeah. I don't know what Chile went. Chile went for a Spurs win.
Yeah,
went for Spurs win, didn't
he? He went for, I think he went for a 3-1 win, and they won it 3-0.
Yeah. So he's a bit unlucky there, weren't he?
Right, yeah. Listen, before we go.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Bro, listen, Potter
could be in trouble, Ed.
Could be in trouble.
No, I refuse to speak on this. It's close to home.
Right, it's close to home.
Oh, yeah, your father-in-law, isn't it?
Let me say this, Ed. Did you venture at the house?
I haven't been. I missed 4 phone calls on that evening, and a voicemail was left.
Ed, listen, I don't know if Darren is watching. Yeah, I don't know if Darren is watching. You see, when we lose and get beaten, yeah, Darren loves to phone my phone. He's like, I don't hear from him for years. As soon as we get beaten, he sends me a voice note or he sends me a video thing. I'm still waiting for that bit down. So if you're watching this on replay, or Ed, if you do happen to speak to Darren,
I'm not involved. I'm just
I just give. They're both big West Ham. They're both big West Ham fans. Big West Ham fans. Yeah. But I was nice. I was nice. I was nice. Yeah. I didn't go and troll him or nothing like that.
Hey, but 3-0.
That was a great result for Sunderland, wasn't it? I was shocked, you know. Yeah, that's your old boy.
You know he's the skipper as well. You know he's the skipper.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and all this. Sorry, just so quickly, all this skipper talk, and Tony Adams came out and sort of said that.
I saw that
armband, and everybody's getting up in their feelings. Yeah, he's a legend. Yeah, he's a legend. Man speaks, you listen. Got a statue outside the Emirates. You listen. Winning 3 titles in 3 different decades, bro. Yeah,
right.
Remember him standing in the loft with his arms when he scored that winning goal against Everton. Come on, Tony Adams, you are the man. Now, it's not his fault that it was released before the season started, because in that conversation, they answered the question, and he feels that Declan Rice should have the armband because he thinks that Declan Rice, But according to Arteta, when they asked in the press conference, the pre-match press conference, he said, "Oh well." I asked the players to choose, and he won by 100 miles, by 100%. Yeah, hands down.
The players chose the captain's armband.
Yes, they chose.
I've never heard that, no.
Well, apparently it's a normal thing. Apparently it's a normal thing. So I don't know.
Ed,
you played. Ed, hold on, Ed. You played semi. You played semi-pro.
Yeah.
So Ed, when you're choosing a captain, now is it the manager that goes and chooses the captain, or is it the players that choose?
It's always been the skipper. It's always been the manager. It's always been the manager. Sorry.
Funny that.
Right. Yeah.
Funny that.
Same with basketball. It's always been our coach that picks the skipper.
Player power, man. Player power taking over.
It's mad, isn't it?
Listen, Arteta, Waha, thank you very much. He's made that up. Just like he made up the fact that we had the most amount of points in 3 seasons. No, we didn't have the most amount of points in 3 seasons. Yeah.
It was Man City, wasn't it?
But this is what Arteta likes to throw. This is the narrative he likes to throw.
Yeah,
and then the mutants pick up on this. Yo, so every time I got to go and delve into the matrix and have to deal with this, mad stuff. Yeah. About he gave the players. You're the manager. You say right. You're the captain. No, because he's a reflection. He's a reflection of Odegaard. Yeah? Come on, man. Give it to Declan. Give it to Mangalese, man. He's talking about the players choosing. This is
right. The players don't know what they want. They'll vote him in one day. 5 minutes later, they'll want to change their mind.
You go and get me a quiet room and say, I don't know what the guy's talking about. Man coming in with light bulbs. Yeah? Playing, you know what I mean? You never walk alone in the training. Playing, you never walk alone in the training ground. And then we go to the and get slapped. What we doing here?
That one is still a touch in it. That one is, mate. Man said, walk on, with hope in your heart.
Walk. Get out of here, man. Him and his gimmicks.
Hilarious.
If he was a politician, you know what they put him in charge of? He'd be the defense minister. Because that's what he just starts buying defensive players. That's what he does. Spending nearly 200 million on left backs, and we haven't got a left back, we ain't got a left back. Yeah, 400 odd million on midfielders. Yeah. And look at our midfield compared to Liverpool, compared to Chelsea, compared to Newcastle. Come on, man. Come on. But listen, there's a little glimmer of hope. There's a little bit of good news, and that is that we could possibly have Eze as an Arsenal player. Feel sorry for Tottenham if it happens, but listen.
Yeah, that's why
he would say, I'm not gonna say it's done until I see that man and Ornstein and
holding up the church.
Holding up the shirt and saying, I'm an Arsenal player. And that would be a good move. And then people are gonna say, well, what do you score the transfer window? Because I had it as a 4. Well, if getting Eze in there now, I'll probably put it to maybe a 5. Here you go, 5.5. Because we still haven't dealt with the left back situation, and I still feel that in that midfield we need somebody stronger than Moreno and Norgard.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, you might think that I'm a little bit harsh, but sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
the only place we've upgraded is Gokeres. We've only upgraded with Gokeres. Zubomendi is coming to replace Partey, and Norgard is coming to play Jorginho. And just to let everybody know, and let me ask this, Ed, who do you think is a better player, Zubomendi or Partey?
Number 5, all day.
Yep.
Okay, Kofi, who do you think is a better player? Your Ghanaian, fellow Ghanaian. Yeah? Push it up a bit. Who do you think is a better player, Zubomendi or Thomas Partey?
Partey, man.
Thank you. And I'll come to Big D as we finish the show. Who do you think is a better player, my friend? Zubomendi or Thomas Partey?
Until I heard the scandal, I said to go get him. Bring him to Man United if he's on a free.
And people in the chat, please put it in the chat. Who do you think is a better player? Thomas Partey or Zubomendi? Yes, Thomas Partey's got his thing going on, but as a footballer, who is the better player?
Yeah.
Put it in the chat. People, please smash that like button. We're back next week. Game week 2. We'll be going over the same things, referee decisions. It's going to come up, guys. Will Arsenal, 5:30 this Saturday, go and put some goals past Leeds? We have to change our style of play now. Yeah, we have to change it now because we can't, as I said, it's not sustainable no more. And Chelsea, listen, you got, who you play next year? Who you got next, Chelsea?
West Ham, Friday.
Right, Friday, that's going to be a London derby.
Oh, yeah, Friday night. Yeah.
London derby. And Liverpool have got...
I'm not doing Liverpool result. I'm doing something else. Because
I know, but I'm not saying who you do. I'm just saying who we got. And
I think I know why.
Yeah,
I think I know why you're not going to do a Liverpool result.
Newcastle. Are you away to Newcastle? Are you away to them?
Yeah. Monday night football. Monday night football, Nomski.
Listen, there's going to be right. Listen,
Monday night football.
Listen, your players, tell them to wear riot gear. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit heavy when they play, but they're going to be riot gear.
They got to wear some heavy shin pads because they're going to be tackles. Bro, everything, elbows.
That is going to be mad.
And what I forgot before we finish the show, is that Liverpool stole Ekitike off Newcastle as well. I forgot about it.
Yeah,
You're stirring it a bit. Ed, you're stirring it.
No, I'm just trying to remember
last
this.
minute snatch.
Boy,
I tell you what, there's a lot of teams out there that they're not liking Liverpool right now. You know, you used to be a lovable.
This is why I said
right
in the chat that we shouldn't really be going on English transfers and just stay away. Just calm down. Just stay away.
But listen, people.
But it is what it is. Let's see what happens.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Still a bit short, Geezer. Definitely need more. Absolutely, Geezer. We do definitely need more. But listen, guys, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Big D. I want to thank Fab Ez coming in with the bomber. You know what I mean? And you know, it's here we go. You know what I mean? And Big Kofi Slot. You know what I mean?
Still number one.
It's going to be weird, that man. And Chili in the chat. And obviously, you couldn't make it. Big up to all the people in the chat. Waha, Giza, what's up? There's other few people that was in there. I'm going to go back. I don't want to get myself into trouble. Big up to all of you. Rashid, you name them. BBK. Stop it. Let me just stop it. And just get out of it. Listen, please hit the like button before you go. Subscribe and share. On the road to 1K. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you next week on the What's Going On podcast. Take care.